Well, hello everybody. Hello. How's it going, everybody? How's it going? I am your host, Mav from Maverick Sports. We got another live stream for you tonight. Atlanta Braves taking on the New York Mets. The game is already underway, which
heavily on any one pitch.
Something's going on. I don't know, but
if he gets a lot of strikeouts, it's going to be up in the zone.
There's the active lineup tonight for the Mets, the Braves.
Be a better day for Quintana. He's not one of those lefties
So bear with me here while I get everything
he likes the ball
up and ready.
And he has had pretty good success against some of these Braves.
On the New York Mets.
Especially
game is already underway, which
he's ahead on him, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Bear with me, guys.
And this one fouled away. So how does what Acuna does at the plate, how does that
You guys will see the lineup and also the interactive here momentarily, guys. So
he's done a good job. You have to pitch Acuna in. I know he gets hit a lot in the last couple of years. That's bothered him, but he's 0 for 7 against Quintana. So
I'm doing great there, D. Welcome in, Cute Bear. Welcome in, Kenneth.
Away the changeup from Jose Quintana. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Atlanta is 29-10 this year when leading after 1. That's 39 games with a first inning lead. There is the high fastball and strike 3, as you said.
High fastball, strike 3 to Acuna.
He doesn't throw 98. He's a smooth pitcher that throws to the quadrants of the plate. You see how he's behind that 4-seam fastball and rides it up. And he has good illusion on that fastball that makes every hitter want to swing at that pitch up. And a good start for Quintana.
That's great there, Kenneth.
5th start of
so we're going to have Ozzy Albies up to bat for Atlanta. First pitch swinging. A little pop-up behind second for out number 2. So how does the Mets respond after a shellacking by the Atlanta Braves today in the the first game of the doubleheader today?
They scored 21 the game before.
21-3 over the New York Mets today. 21-3. Matt Olson hits 40, number 40. He hits 2 home runs today. Hits 41 and 42. Nicky Lopez gets his first career home run with the Atlanta Braves. Forrest Wall gets his first major league base hit after the baseball smacks over first base. Goes over the head of the first baseman. How can the New York Mets respond to that? So we'll see. Welcome in, everybody. Mets fans included.
Thinking quick. I had to seize those guys in those moments rather than fear those moments.
I love that you had an advantage. You just gave it right back to it.
Yes, it was awesome there, Laney. Welcome in.
One of the most productive third basemen in baseball in a lot of ways, Austin Riley.
So Austin Riley takes ball 2. So 2-1 to count to Austin Riley. Yes, guys, I did have my Taco Bell tonight. I am actually full for the night. I'm ready to go, ready to stream.
In game 1.
So here we go. 2-1 to count. Katana comes set. Swung on. Hit high and deep to center. Straight away for out number 3. So that's a 1-2-3 inning for Jose Katana. We're going to have a Spencer Strider on the mound tonight for the Atlanta Braves. So as you guys can see in the lineup tonight, you're going to have, of course, Cunha, Albies, Riley, and then you're going to have Matt Olson, Travis d'Arnaud, which is we call D-Train here in Atlanta. We're going to have Marcell Ozuna, Orlando Arcia, Kevin Pillar, and Michael Harris. That is your starting lineup for the Atlanta Braves tonight. And Spencer Strider on the mound for your starting pitcher for the Atlanta Braves. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I finally made my mind up. I couldn't let you guys down. I know you guys asked my buddy on his stream today if taught me into doing the stream tonight, and I was like, you know what? I haven't done a stream in over a week, so I was like, well, screw it. I'll just go ahead and do it. So here I am. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's stream. But more importantly, let's all have fun. It's the weekend. I've had a long week at work. I'm just ready to relax and have fun. So, welcome in, Daniel. Daniel Berry, welcome in. Welcome back, bud. Glad to see you back. So, here momentarily, the game is going to get back underway here. So, here we go. So, you're going to have Brandon Nimmo, Francisco Lindor back in the lineup for the Mets. Pete Alonso, Jeff McNeil, Francisco Alvarez, Bogey, Daniel Vogelbach, Mark Vientos, Danny Mendick, and Tim LaCastro. Last night's game, Francisco Lindor was out of the Mets lineup along with today's lineup. So apparently the MRI done on Francisco Lindor was negative.
Brandon Nimmo back in the Mets lineup, but he's playing left field
we'll see.
due to a quad area injury instead of center field in game number 2. Tim LaCastro has that in the 9th spot. Pete Alonso back in the lineup. The Braves have really pitched around him for the balance of this series. And these guys
so we'll see what happens here.
The 24-year-old, the phenom, Spencer
Strider.
He's been
on the
unbelievable. He had a
mound.
clunker his last time in Pittsburgh, all with 2 outs. Look for him to redeem himself.
All right, guys, remember, we do have a 10-like goal for each and every stream. So please hit that like button, guys. Absolutely free.
But he has
he's here. He's in the channel with me, but he's busy getting his late-night football stream stuff
of the time,
ready to go.
60% of the time.
But he'll pop in. There he is, right there.
Talk about that.
That's right. Let's go Braves.
Process that Strider's going to go through.
So Strider 0-2.
0-2. There's another
2-2. That's a base hit to left center.
You have such McNeil on that fastball.
Yep, you got voice.
He throws it the
We're good to go,
everybody.
There he is, everybody.
I'm here. I've been here the whole
When
time.
he learns to locate one side of the plate, he's going to get that much better. He's already great. But the Mets have definitely had his number. And we had that epic game in Atlanta. I was
Daniel Barry.
We had Verlander and Strider.
Daniel.
Cute Bear.
Turned into a football game.
Cute Bear.
Nobody saw it coming. 13-10.
That wasn't.
How about I just say shout outs to everyone?
There you go.
How did that happen?
All right, Strider comes set.
First pitch here.
In there, strike one to Francisco Lindor.
But what I'm talking
Lindor,
about is
246 average, 22 homers on the season, 69 ribbies, and a .803 OPS for the season.
That's why he has a record amount of strikeouts.
0-1.
0-1.
Second base.
Line drive to Albies, over to second, over to first. But they got the force play at second, so that's 1 out. Lindor beats out the throw to first. So Braves did not get the double play. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I hope so too there, Laney.
No, it's not possible.
I hope so too. Strider's last outing was miserable, only going 3 innings, 3 1/3 innings. It was rough. We got Pete Alonso up to bat, 225 average. First pitch swinging, ripped to the screen, strike one.
It makes so much sense when you break it down. If you go 500 in your bad games, you're going to have a great year.
Oh, nice there, Laney.
It's
nice.
Unbelievably true. And you think about the percentage of times you feel healthy. Once every 5 days, that's 20%.
Oh, that's cool, Kenneth.
You're never.
Strider comes set. Swung on.
0-1 yanked foul.
Yanked foul.
Right.
That's strike 2.
And that's the uniqueness of starting once every 5 days. And so for Spencer Strider, I think he's got 132 or 33 innings, but he's got 200 and some strikeouts. What he'll learn and what he'll navigate is outs early, quickly, will translate into actually strikeouts later versus exiting earlier. Right, he's going to average 5 to 2/3 to 6 innings.
All right, so Strider looks in, gets his sign from D-Train.
Incentive as well when you're
Strider comes set.
when Major League Baseball is
0-2 to count, 1 out, runner on first. Downstairs, there goes the runner. Not in time. Lindor, stolen base.
That's the other thing they're going to do to Spencer Strider is they're going to steal bases because you're not going to string. Although Pittsburgh with 2 outs strung a lot of hits together and knocked them out, you're going to have to take advantage of the one hit you might get in the inning if you don't hit a solo home run. So that'll be the next book he's got to work on to be able to close out that chapter of I can't let 5.
So 1-2 to count the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
Especially in this era,
1 out, runner on second.
That are dominating through the run game. As that was
right down the heart of the plate, does not get the call. Ball 2.
And I think down the road,
I mean,
there's been a lot of
look where pitch number 4 was, guys. Right down in the strike zone, and does not get the strike call. What's up with this ump? This ump blind?
A hitter like that or a pitcher could call for the challenge, and he
So 2-2 to count, 1 out, runner on second.
Very easy in the minors.
Strider
Tap your head.
delivers, swung on, broken bat.
Albies backing up on
Albies fires over to first for 2 outs.
What they're doing in the minor leagues, it actually becomes a game for the audience because the player taps his head, and then immediately that StatCast Stadium shot that we have, 3D going to the box, the ball travels. Everybody watches together on the video board to see strike or ball.
Yeah, the umpires have done a great job. It's just harder.
So Jeff McNeil coming up the bat, 255 average, 5 homers, 38 ribbies.
And they get most of it right.
On
it's
the
just
season.
The egregious calls with 2 strikes that either gives the pitcher not a chance or the hitter not a chance to redeem himself.
Strider.
And you'd be in favor of keeping umpires.
Whirls around to second to keep Lindor at bay.
Maybe a game, something like that.
If we ever go to an electronic strike zone,
Oh yeah, Jeremy. Yeah, Nicky Lopez had fun for sure.
Just jack that down another. It'll be impossible to hit.
Diesel game the strike zone.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, top of the zone velocity.
Strider to McNeil. There's a fastball he fouls away.
The simplest
Foul
way I
ball.
can explain
That's
it
strike
is that the
one to
top of the
McNeil.
zone is like a wire that you touch on the
Yeah,
electronic strike
Jeremy,
zone.
Nicky Lopez had fun today.
Miles an hour, no
Getting his
chance to hit.
first
And then drop a
home run as
on top of
a
that
Brave.
wire, just clip it on the way down.
Knocking
No
in
chance.
5 RBIs today.
The danger in our
Sean
sport,
Murphy
even
got in the
strike
deal.
zone
Matt
height.
Olson got in the deal.
As you're describing that, I'm thinking of
And
like a safe
McNeil
and a
swings
mission
that
impossible
and fouls that to the
movie.
screen,
Right,
strike
it's
2,
sort
so
of
0-2 to
3D
count,
laser,
2 outs.
And if you touch a little bit
So
of it,
deuces are running
You
wild
That's exactly right.
up there in
And I think
Queens.
I would be in favor if they ultimately
All right,
went to
10-4,
it,
Lenny.
to lower the strike zone to give everybody a fair chance to hit velocity, and pitchers could pitch down in the zone and get rewarded instead of pitching up in the zone and get rewarded.
Oh, that's
The Strider comes set.
I wonder how much lower.
Swung on.
To find out.
Little tapper to
Probably in the
Arcia.
second
Arcia
inning.
over the
Ground ball
first
to
for
short.
out number
Arcia
3.
handles it. And a scoreless first inning.
A
The Mets
scoreless
and the
first inning
Braves. The question
for
is how much longer
the
will we be
Braves
scoreless with the
and the
home
Mets.
run leader in Major League Baseball coming up next.
So there you have it, guys. The Atlanta Braves are doing their thing. So,
Hey.
Yep.
The other one's up.
Okay, cool. All right.
Be sure you click on away.
Yeah.
Then, because if you click on away, you should get Atlanta broadcast.
Okay. 10-4.
Valley Sports South.
Yep. So yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy Saturday night schedule to join in on the stream. Thank you so much, guys. Remember, please hit that like button. We're 2 likes away from the 10-like goal. Also, more importantly, if you're new to the stream, if you like what you're seeing here, please smash that subscribe button, guys. Absolutely free to join the channel. I would love to have you be a part of the channel. But more importantly, take an after part of the chat bowl as well. I will take that down at the conclusion of the bottom of the 8th inning. No, they did not score yet there, Jeremy. Neither team scored. So right now they're still on a commercial break. I brought some music in. There's no dead time on the channel. So, but yeah, if you guys missed game 2 today, sorry I did not stream it, but it was an awesome game. Braves won the game 21-3 over the New York Mets in game 2. Matt Olson took the home run lead, hit number 41, and then he turned around and backed it up next time at bat and cracked number 42 the opposite way, the opposite field for number 42. So I do have both those in my short section. You guys can check those out as well. I did post them today as well before tonight's stream. So you guys make sure you check those out. But more importantly, my buddy, my co-host, GB from Plain HBS C-Sports Network.
That's me.
Go over and check out his page. His channels are linked in the description below. Go and check him out.
Fun numbers, but
So here we go.
to lead Major League Baseball is.
So Matt Olson takes ball 1.
Well, he's made some adjustments since coming over here.
Matty has got a 271 average, 42 homers, 105 ribbies on the season.
Chipper Jones has had
game 1 today. He was 3 for 5. Swung on, ground ball to the infield, over to first for out number 1.
What that means is simply his ability to go the other way for power. We saw it earlier in the game. They hit an opposite field home run. And
it's
so
okay.
He's doing that off
He's still early in the game.
Really
Still early in the game, guys.
That's why he's having that kind of a year.
Well, he, based on weighted runs created plus, which averages 100, he's at 112 versus lefties. He's put up very good numbers against left-handed pitching.
And that is, again, that's a game changer for him and his adjustment with his hands and everything that he's done.
So we got D-Train coming up the bat for Atlanta.
I want to get back to what
takes inside, ball 1.
How much lower would you want the strike zone to be?
It's got to be. It's got to be below the belt.
That's right. We love our D-Train.
Where you're talking about high velocity. If you want to expand that,
comes set.
Go ahead. But I'm just telling you,
swung on and missed, strike 1.
They can handle or at least have a chance at velocity down. They have no chance at velocity up, and the strike zone.
Sound. Hold on, guys. Momentarily. Bear with me here. Let me get it pulled back up real quick. There we go.
And see,
I've been having some storms roll through, guys. It was ferocious lightning about 45 minutes ago.
2-1.
Swung on and missed. Strike 2. So 2-2 to count to D-Train.
You try to go up and in, you hit a batter. You know, you're going to walk more guys. And then you miss trying to go up in the middle of the plate.
Oh, thank you for hitting the 10-light goal, guys. Thank you so much.
Ways they are trying to teach pitchers to pitch with high velocity.
Quintana comes set. On the inside corner, ball 3, full count. Full boat, guys, full boat.
Get more balls in play.
Right.
The strikeout number really has not changed much this year, so I would
that's cool, Kenneth.
something else would
more than merrier, I guess.
To try to lower the strikeout rate.
Quintana comes set to D-Train.
Well,
D-Train pops that to the right side and out of play. We'll do it again, 3-2.
In different eras, you know, I pitched
that's the way to stay alive there, D-Train.
The strike zone because of the Glavin-Maddox theory of throwing, 3 inches off the plate on either side.
You put air quotes around that, so you're saying that wasn't true?
It's a little unfair.
We got Marcel the Bong Azuna on deck for Atlanta.
That era of not
comes set.
more location driven.
And you guys were good, so there was obviously a
swung on
that as
foul tip.
Goes with the
they're going to throw it down to first for out number 2.
But Darno thrown out by the young catcher Alvarez and 2 gone.
But we have a product of what we're looking for, right? The Quintanas of the world, 5 years from now, if we keep going in this direction, there won't be that pitcher anymore. They're not going to look for the control guy and the less velocity. We're looking for league-wide max velocity, high spin. But there's value in a guy who can eat up innings, throw to location, and zig when everyone's zagging.
When you hear people talk about Jose
zigging and zagging,
it's like
outside,
listening to
ball
a
1.
car commercial with the amount of times people use the phrase reliability in one way or another, right? Like he is the most reliable, the guy that's going to give you innings. And
Quintana comes set.
If that's not incentivized.
On the inside corner, strike 1 to the Bong.
That's exactly right.
Marcel, 234 average, 23 homers on the season, 52 ribbies.
The reward system
and an OPS of .763 on the season. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, Gene.
Penalize you for certain things. Well,
Quintana comes set. Swung on a
train for it,
rip foul ball, strike 2.
I've always said
1-2 to count to Marcel Azuna.
I just want guys to be healthier, and they're not. Careers are getting shorter and shorter. Kind of the 1% survive it, but I wish we were in an era where guys were healthier because they're so talented.
Well, Jose Quintana has been that kind of guy. This is the rare season where
swung
he's
on
lost a bunch
and
of
fouled
time, and it was
out of play. We'll do it again, 1-2 to count.
He didn't exactly know what he was dealing with when he was first called injured.
It was flukish.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It really an arm thing, but
absolutely, Gene.
We've had
huge game for game 1,
and we have too many people and organizations go, oh well, next guy.
Quintana comes set. Upstairs, ball 2.
Is up, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Ozuna, who has 21 homers since May began.
He's really caught his groove. He was going the wrong direction early and caught fire. Changed the
Quintana comes set. Swung on.
Rolled past the mound.
Little
to
roll.
second.
Roll past the mound. Over to first.
Throws him out. And Jose
And out number
Quintana has
3.
gone 6
But
up, 6
Marcel
down. He's a
did
juggernaut.
get down the base. He did hustle down the base. So there you have it. All right, guys. Just throwing a little bit of more music up there. There is no dead time on the channel. Yeah, 21 runs. Unbelievable. So Forrest Wall got his first Major League Baseball hit for the Braves today. So they put that baseball in his little mantle. They're saving that baseball. Nicky Lopez hit his first base hit for the home run for the Braves. Also knocked in 5 RBIs and pitched a scoreless 9th inning for the save for game 1 of the doubleheader today. So Nicky Lopez was out there having fun today, and the Braves let him play. And he said after the interview was over, he said he was just out there happy to contribute to the team. It's awesome that the Braves are giving him a chance to play in the game, but also more importantly, contribute to the team. So it's awesome to see that the Braves did give the youngster a chance and gave Arcia a break for today's game. And then, of course, game 2 tonight, Arcia is back out there for the Atlanta Braves. But Lopez said he's willing to contribute, whether it's a pitch hitter, pitch runner, whatever. So we'll see how this game fares out tonight. Hopefully the Braves can get some runs on the boards, like they say. When the Braves do lead like that, they do tend to win the game. So we're hoping that the Braves can capitalize on that after momentous win today, 21-3, and then the 8-0 game the night before. So I mean, Braves are putting a shellacking on the Mets right now. I mean, 29-3. So we'll see what happens here, guys. So bear with me momentarily.
Collectibles and gear up with your favorite team at MLB. That's from the shop, I have to say. What would you call that?
I don't even know. I mean,
a head umbrella?
I would call it being prepared.
Francisco Alvarez takes strike 1, so it's 1-1 to count to
not
Alvarez.
Out of your seat.
I think that's a great way to put it. I also think that person does not realize that the phone is going to blow up very soon.
Yeah.
Downstairs, ball 2.
Was happening previously, probably going to happen again. 2 balls and a strike on Francisco Alvarez, who at age 21 is coming close to the league record for home runs for somebody in an age 21 season or younger.
Downstairs, ball 3.
1969.
So 3-1 to count to Francisco Alvarez.
And that was in his 3rd year in the big leagues, Johnny Bench, who debuted at 19.
Yeah, well, this guy doesn't get cheated on any swing, so it's not going to be a high average. I wouldn't think he's a high average and slug guy, but he's definitely going to be a slug guy out of that position. And he goes up there. He's already taken more pitches.
So
than
Strider comes set.
3-1 wavered
outside, ball 4. That's a leadoff walk issued by Spencer Strider. Also, another news, guys, that just came across my phone.
1 on, nobody out for Vogelback.
Oh,
just 21
wait.
years old, Francisco Alvarez. Johnny Bench had 15 the year before as well. So he has 2 of the top 4 young catcher home run seasons. And then Johnny Bench eventually played until 1983, hitting 389 home runs.
We got 2 different strike zones. I mean, 2 different really.
That's strike 1 from Spencer Strider.
The bottom of the strike zone, and that's where.
Let me look into more into this that just come across my phone.
He's shop. He's
0-1 to
evidently
count
didn't get rave reviews.
Downstairs, ball 1.
Decided that
1-1 to count.
The weather's going to be fine.
Yeah,
we're gonna turn it into a fan.
Maybe he had a silent wager that he was going to get on TV.
Oh,
and then once he got on TV, could put it away.
I like that angle. It sounds like you've done
Downstairs, ball 2, so 2-1 to count.
Cut to the bullpen if I have
Okay.
Well, you know, I'm
It's saying here
my Hall of Fame speech,
that
so
the
I'll
LA
just
Clippers and the Atlanta
as always,
Hawks
messaging
have
and
just
data rates apply
acquired
when you come to the ball
Paul
game.
George
That means
from
Reagan
the
is directing.
LA Clippers, and the
2 balls
Hawks
and a strike.
gave up DeAndre
On
Hunter,
Vogelback.
Bogdan Bogdanovic, and Kobe Buffkin
You see that
in a
breaking ball right there?
2024
Yeah, if that
first-round
becomes
pick
consistent for Spencer Strider,
for Paul
he
George
is
to come to
going
Atlanta.
absolutely dominate more than he
So,
is dominating.
They're saying that's a blockbuster deal.
That
I just come
one
across my phone.
was in
And
the
if
strike
you guys
zone
follow
for a while, then
basketball
disappeared.
as well, figured I'll bring that to y'all.
2-2, swing and a miss, went right back.
Oh, swing and a
Away from the
miss.
fastball.
Strike
That one
3.
down.
First strikeout for Spencer Strider. K's in the chat, guys. K's in the chat.
So if anything looks like it's close to the fastball height that looks like it's going to be, this is what
D. I hear you, buddy.
Can't have that kind of hesitancy. You got to let it go, right? And he was fooled, and then went right back
So
to
Spencer
it.
Strider
Good
comes
pitching right
set
there,
to
number K.
Martin
There's
Vientos.
Mark Vientos. I want to ask
Swing
you,
and a miss.
I wanna
Strike
ask you about
1.
Consistency. Do you
Breaking
mean in
ball.
shape or in
Yes,
usage?
shape. That's it. It's got to turn the corner every time. It doesn't have to be a strike. It doesn't have to be like the biggest breaking slider. It just cannot afford to stay in the zone flat. See those right now.
Strike
he's got a
2.
great feel
Went
for
around.
his slider.
4 in a row.
Yeah, and so he's basically said, okay, fastball command's a little off. I'm going to go to this pitch where they're going to try to jump my fastball. And you're reading these things because every hitter has enough information. It's a cat and mouse game, and you try to zig again when
And they zag.
going after your fastball.
So
0-2 on Vientos. and
Vientos
buried
takes
that
ball
one.
1.
Do you like that 0-2 slider?
Welcome into the stream, everybody.
I
Welcome
do
to the
because
stream.
of the first 2 that he threw and he swung.
Yeah,
What
Jeremy,
what
I had
what
some
think
storms hit just a
sometimes,
little bit ago,
you know,
so
if a
I
guy's
know the
just a free
feeling.
Swinger, yes, you could throw another one. It would
So
have
1 and 2 to
been
count
nice
to Mark
heat him up
Vientos.
right there
1
if you
out,
slow
runner
him
on
down
first.
2 times in a row.
Swing and a miss. Strike
Demon ball to
3.
Slider. And back-to-back strikeouts
2
for
Ks.
Spencer Strider.
2K.
Yeah, this is just dirty pool right here. See how he's behind that ball, and it is turning the corner. It's starting inside part of the plate and pitching and making its way off the plate. And for a guy who throws a high percentage of fastball, he's got the Mets hitters kind of thinking backwards now, right?
So
They're
Danny
thinking, I'm gonna go
Mendick,
out. He's given up a
216
high
average, 1
percentage of
homer, 4
batting average
ribbies
on
from the
first pitch.
season for
So
the Mets.
he may be pitching a little backwards due to the fact that the Mets have had a lot of success against him lately.
That's right. Hunker
And they
down there,
attacked him
Jeremy.
Early in that first inning. They had
Upstairs,
no
ball
swings
1,
and misses
98
in
mile
the
an hour
first
heater.
inning. He's had 6 this inning. He
So
faces
2 outs,
Danny
runner on
Mendick,
first.
who pitched in game number 1. He had a perfect ERA in 2 outings before. Game 1
Downstairs,
of
ball
this
2.
doubleheader, and now his career ERA has mushroomed.
So here's a good example of maturity down the road. This is a young pitcher. If he's struggling with his fastball and he feels like, okay, 2-0, they're going to sit on my fastball. He's got good touch with his slider. Throw a slider right here, 2-0, even though it's 2 outs.
He went to the fastball there, 2-1. And when you say that, you mean a slider for a strike.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly, because he's going to fool him bad because he was sitting on a 2-0 fastball. There's no chance he was going to be able to. He would have swung and missed pretty heavily on a 2-0 slider right there.
But to your point, he was still late.
Yep.
Because the fastball's that good.
Yep.
Here we go. 2-1 to count.
2-1.
Swung on and missed. Strike 2.
There was a slider for a strike.
That's what would have happened on the 2-0 count. So you get to a point in your career where you learn how to hit when you
Welcome
need
in,
to
everybody.
with a
Welcome
slider.
to the stream.
And then you learn.
We've already
how
hit
to
the
never
10 light
throw it
goal.
for a
Let's see
strike
if
when
we
you
can't
need
make
to
it a
with
20
slider.
like
His changeup's
20
coming
lights,
along.
guys,
That's the
for the
missing.
stream tonight.
I mean, you're talking Jacob.
Strider comes set. Deuces running wild. 2-2 to
3
count.
balls and 2 strikes.
Now,
You had
3 balls,
5
2 strikes.
200
Full boat.
strikeout seasons. He has 2
Full
so
boat.
far in his career. He is the guy who had the most strikeouts going into the All-Star break. It was you back in the mid-90s for the Braves. So we're listening to and watching
So 3-2 to count. 2
strikeout
outs.
guys in a big way.
Spencer
in
Strider
Atlanta
comes
uniforms.
set.
3-2. Check swing.
Check
He
swing. Did not go
Mendick
around. It
works
says
a
the first
walk.
base
That's a
umpire.
great pitch. And I don't know how
That was a
I
great
don't know
pitch.
how he
It
held
looked
that.
like he went around, but First
But it
base
took me
umpire
3
says
years
he
to
did
learn
not
what
go
I'm
around
talking
Minnick
about. Like,
the
he's in
first.
his second year, really first full year. And
It looked like he went around.
because
Oh,
he
yeah,
knows his
he went
body,
around, but
and he's able to miss
these
bats.
umps need to get their eyes
And
checked.
Look, credit him in an era where there's a lot of swing and miss in today's
So
game.
2
He's
outs,
taking
runners on
advantage
first
of
and
it.
second.
And he's striking out a lot of guys.
Well, and he's such a student of it, too, dating back from his days in
So
college.
Tim
In
LeCastro takes
college,
strike
he kind of
one from
revamped
Spencer Strider.
everything he was doing as
Tim
a pitcher.
LeCastro is
Learned a
0
lot
for
about
7
his
with 2
body and
strikeouts
his
this
mind.
season for the Mets. Ouch. So Strider in a little bit of trouble,
Tim
first and
LeCastro
second.
just activated. Downstairs,
Fastball,
98
98-mile-an-hour fastball right down the heart of the plate. Strike 2. So 0-2 the count. Deuce is running wild. Bottom of the second, two outs. 0-2 the count. Runners on first and second. Strider 0-2 to pitch coming. Strider deals.
So what you have to do is
High heater did go around. Strike 3. Out number 3.
In the sequence, he strikes out
3 Ks now for Spencer Strider.
2 walks as well. Still scoreless in lovely New York.
Yes, sir. So they're going to a commercial break, guys. So I'm going to bring the music back in. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new to the stream, if you like what you've seen here, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Hit the like button. We're on a 20 like goal for the stream tonight. More importantly, take an after part in the chat poll. I would love to have you guys join the channel. It would really mean a lot to have you guys join. And I would understand if you guys don't, but I do understand. It's absolutely free, guys. Oh, me. Sorry I couldn't bring the first game to y'all today, or the game 1 today. I didn't know what I was really wanting to do today. I had a couple family members come over today and do some things around the house, and had a house full of kids, and they were helping scrubbing walls and stuff and getting things ready for paint. And so we're coming along nicely on the house, and we'll have it done before too long, and it's just a work in progress. So thank you for everybody that's kept in tune with that. You know, just a few short months ago, my life got turned upside down, but now I've gotten my life back on track. I'm actually working full-time and still managing a full-time YouTube page. But more importantly, you guys stuck in there and gave me word of encouragement, and yeah, you guys are awesome. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that, D. Oh. Hey, yeah, it is double time. That's right. Gotta love that, man. Yes, Laney, Mean Gene is in the house. So, but yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in tonight. It really means a lot, guys. Thank you. So, they're gonna come off a commercial break here momentarily. When they do, I'll bring the audio back up here momentarily. So here we go.
redcross.org/foxforward. It is an awesome cause and just some great people. Have you been to the Maui Invitation?
Orlando Arcia takes inside ball 1 to
unbelievable.
from Jose Catana.
Just truly wonderful people. I've gotten the great fortune to cover the Maui
Breaking ball in there
Invitational
for
Civic
strike
Center.
1.
It's right in the middle of everything that happened, and talking to some folks who I've worked with out there, Bill Walton included. We're all thinking about the people of Lahaina. So if there's anything you can do to donate, just some
Swung on.
stories from there.
Tapper to
We sincerely
Francisco
hope they
Lindor.
rebuild.
Fires over the first for out
Lindor
number
throws
1.
out Arcia. There's one away. I thought maybe in all of your college sports fandom you might have made it out there with Izzo.
I would have loved to. I mean, that's, you know, I love college basketball. I can't wait for it to come back.
That is one of the gold standards of tournaments, and I know all the coaches love going there, and just such marvelous human beings. The hospitality is beyond reproach.
So Kevin Pillar up to bat for Atlanta with a .231 average for the season.
Pillar, the batter,
breaking pitch outside, ball 1.
He's here for his defensive prowess in large part.
Yeah, and he's done a nice job filling in for what we already talked about is guys that don't miss too many games. And Pillar has been brought in for left-handed pitching.
Jose Quintana comes set. Swung on
to third base.
Vientos fires over to first for 2 outs.
For out number 2. A couple of quick outs.
That ball was scorched.
Yeah, and the big difference is you'll notice Quintana doesn't throw anything down the middle. And Vientos has done a nice job making some plays that can be a little bit tricky on an in-between hot. But his counterpart is throwing 98 down the middle. Yes. So there's 2 ways to get people out. And he's got to live in an inner third, outer third, upper and down quadrant.
Quintana comes set
Harris.
Inside. Ball 1 to Michael Harris.
Another lefty
Money Mike.
Braves order that has done quite a bit of damage against left-handed pitching this year.
Yeah, he's done an unbelievable job raising his
378 average.
Horrifically.
For Michael Money Mike. Takes
and the season
strike
was,
1. The 1-1 to count.
Could have been devastating for a young player who's never really gone through it.
He's got a hit in 23 of his last 26 since June 7th. One of the best hitters in the league.
Comes set.
As
Popped
this goes
up.
twisting in the air toward third, and Vientos waving for it.
Waving it
foul
off.
ground. He makes the
Foul
catch.
ground for
That
out
is an
number 3.
8-pitch inning for Jose Quintana. Basically a 3-and-out.
Oh.
And Strider back to the hill.
The Strider back to the mound. So, there we have it, guys. Bear with me here. There we go. Alrighty. So, how did your guys' Saturday go? Did you guys do anything fun today with friends and family? Let me know in the chat. Yeah, very quick inning there, Laney. Very quick inning. So, but yeah, like I said, guys, I stayed home today. I had some family over. I've got my kids here with me this weekend. They brought their friends over. Matter of fact, they're in the other room right now. The neighborhood kids came in, or the neighbor's kids came in, and they saw the setup here, and they're like, "Whoa!" So they were kind of fascinated with everything, with all the stage lights and the computer monitor and all that. So they were kind of fascinated with that. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, Laney, with taking a nice nap. There's nothing wrong with that. We had some thunder and lightning popping off about 45 minutes ago. Matter of fact, I seen a big old bright flash and then a hiss. So you mean that tells you right there the lightning was very, very close to the house here. So that's right. That's right. Nothing like family time, everybody. And like I said, I consider you guys family. You guys show up on each and every stream. And Laney, Jane, Dee, Kenneth, everybody, Jeremy, everybody that joins in on the stream, each and every stream, you guys are considered family. So it's just my YouTube family. How about that? You know, and you guys are awesome. Really awesome. And also to my co-host as well. You guys go over there when I'm not streaming. You guys go over there and check out his streams as well. So it all goes around. So here we go.
Favorites. What is it about him that you like so much?
Well, he's getting the Atlanta Braves out right now. I like that a lot. Now,
So Spencer Strider comes set downstairs, ball 1.
Rave about it. You know, we've missed him. I haven't had him for most of the year, and I think we're getting a glimpse of what he's capable of. But just a great teammate, a great contributor, and a guy that, when you're really trying to set.
Strider comes set downstairs, ball 2.
Part of it.
You put Nimmo and Lindor back in the lineup for game 2. How difficult is it, Buck, balancing where you are in the standings right now with protecting your players and their health?
Well, and there's also a certain integrity to the teams that are, are trying
So
to.
2-0 to count. Strider comes set, way outside, ball 3.
Number one, what's best for the New York Mets and your players, and number 2, trying to keep a certain integrity about the game and try to do what's right.
Brandon Nimmo, 1 for 1 today.
Thanks very much.
1 for 1 today, a single in the first inning.
They got about a month and a half left, and thanks to Buck Showalter for
Downstairs, ball 4. That's a leadoff walk issued by Spencer Strider. That's 2 walks
earlier this week
tonight for Spencer Strider.
Maybe next year.
Strider's a little upset,
after
but
this month and a half, where the Mets go next year.
Welcome in there, JT. Welcome in there, bud.
Max Scherzer said the Mets told him that they did not intend to reload for 2024, that they were pointing instead to 2025 and more like 26 to contend.
The Strider comes
The Mets,
set.
though, never said they weren't
In
going
there
to
for
sign
strike
free agents.
one
They're
to
just going take a
Francisco
little bit different
Lindor.
approach. They're not going to sign future Hall of Fame pitchers in their late 30s and 40s. That didn't work out so well. What they want to do is find players whose trajectories line up with the prospects that they're developing for 25 and beyond.
Which leaves 24 kind of in
So
this.
Strider comes set inside, ball 1.
Yeah, I just never anticipated their offense wasn't going to produce. Part of their issue, of course, starting pitching was hurt.
Oh, because he issued that walk there, Laney.
Had the guys kind of live up.
He was a little mad with himself.
Alonso's still got the power numbers, but the rest of the lineup just didn't produce.
Yeah, they're 20th in OPS. This to
Oh!
first base is
Oh! Matt Olson with the play.
Well, and I was gonna
Got
say,
the double play. Catches the ball
Strider is
off
testing
of Lindor's
speed.
broken
That's the third
bat
swing. The leadoff hitter has gotten
for out number
loose.
1, then
It's not a
tags
good
out
thing.
Nimmo.
And he just sawed off Lindor.
Nice.
Really, Nimmo had no chance. I mean,
Nimmo didn't even have a chance to get back to first base.
I got to get back, but that ball was hit too easily. And an easy double play, and
That's 2 outs, guys, for Atlanta. 2 outs.
An inning later in the game is 2 out now.
Yes, he did. Strider comes set. Swung on and missed. Slider.
Well,
Pete
Alonso
Alonso.
had a good feel for his fastball or changeup. He's throwing them good, but the feel is not there. The feel is for his slider, which is unique because it's usually the opposite too. And so that's a good sign.
To third base.
Austin Riley with the pickup. Fires over to first for out number 3. That is a 1-2-3 inning for Spencer Strider.
Thanks to his defense.
Yes, sir. We'll take that any day of the week, everybody. We'll definitely take that. So, if you guys are new to the stream, if you like what you see and hear, please smash that like button, guys. Also, more importantly, if you're new to the stream, smash that subscribe button. Also, take an active part in the chat poll. We do have some Mets fans in here. Well, welcome to the stream. I'm your host, Mav. More importantly, guys, no matter what team you guys pull for, it don't have to be Atlanta Braves. You don't even have to be the New York Mets. For all that matters, you guys might pull for the Oakland A's or the Washington Nationals or whatever team you guys pull for. Make your voices heard, guys. It's absolutely free. No one will jump on you. All right, JT, you have a good one, guy. Hopefully you get to feeling better, and hopefully you join in on a future stream, and hopefully you can sit here and chill out with us for a while. Welcome in, Matthew. Howdy, buddy. Howdy. So yeah, guys, like I said, tonight's another stream for me. I haven't streamed in over a week. A week as of today, so we'll see. So we'll see what happens. The game is still early, and we go to the top of the 4th inning with no score. We're gonna have Ronald Acuna, Ozzie Albies, and Austin Riley do up the heart of the order for the Atlanta Braves, coming up to bat for Atlanta. So, if you guys like what you see, let me know. Let me know in the chat that you guys are liking. I did change up the music a little bit. Brought in a different line of music. Now hopefully that kind of breaks up the as you call it, the music type that I had going on. So here we go.
Strider so far,
about to
what
talk.
are you seeing?
Good. I think it's good. Stuff's really good. I think once he gets his breaking ball going a little better, that it's, because he's throwing the ball really well.
You told me a great story earlier today about Matt Olson, and about how you knew he would be a great guy. What was that?
Yeah, well,
I hear you, Gene. I hear you, buddy.
In grade school, and see,
Bow.
kid, and you know what?
Now,
Brian, thanks very much.
Hey, Ken, the grade school yearbooks, right? I mean,
as
you
Acuna
never know
Matata.
where you're gonna
That's
get a
right.
Character reference. This to third base. Vientos knew he had to hustle it and got it there, knowing the
He got it for out number one.
Junior for out number one.
That was a great play. I mean, he made it look routine, but he knew, like you said, if I don't get rid of it right away, Acuna and his speed is going to beat that out and then cause havoc on the bases. This little in-between hop. Watch how quick he gets rid of it. All right, boom, right on line and gets out the speedy Acuna.
You know,
so one out. We're going to have Ozzie Albies up to bat for Atlanta.
40+ years in the Braves organization. Got the job.
Swung on. Base hit through the hole to left field. That's a one-out single by Ozzie Albies.
But truly,
we're going to have Austin Riley coming up to bat for Atlanta.
That's how it feels for me and Brian Snicker.
Oh, there's no doubt, and it's really an incredible life story. I hope one day somebody tells his story. I mean, 50+ years in the Atlanta Braves organization. He was just kind of coming in to kind of like pause the transition of the team.
So
and all they've done
Riley's 0 for 1 today with a line out in the first.
He's been rewarded with a contract. He's won a World Series championship, and he's been a stabler, right?
Austin Riley has 28 homers on the season.
Clubhouse that can handle
swung on and fouled out of play.
And all the information they're trying to translate to the players and all the things that they've got going on, younger generation, all in for different reasons. So he's the perfect guy. And look, it's never 100% smooth, but you got to believe he has kept it smoother than most would have.
Well, he's such a straightforward guy too, and he does love baseball dearly, but I was talking to him right after
ball
the All-Star
one.
break. 2 days after the All-Star break, we had a game, White Sox Braves. And he said to Tom Verducci and me, we were talking about what he did during the break.
I hear you, Gene.
I turned it off completely.
Yeah.
I went and
so
watched
1-1 to count to Austin Riley.
Little League. I went to a baseball card shop.
Swung on and missed. Strike two.
Think about the contentment of a man that was actually AAA coach in Gwinnett, staying home. Was fine if that was going to how he finished his career. Mentor, kind of full circle. I the first time.
That's right, Laney, MVP.
Brian Snitker was in the instructional league when I got traded over.
Is that right?
I was scared to death of him. He's a gentle giant. But he was the sergeant down there trying to make the camp run smoothly. And again, then he became our bullpen catcher and got to know him for the rest of my career and beyond. And obviously Bobby Cox means the world to him as well.
So this is
upstairs, ball two,
yeah.
2-2 to count.
88. Wow. And you were scared of the guy.
Well, I'm coming in a new organization, and he would be like, he was a general. He had to make sure the instructional league went the way they wanted it to go. And
kind of comes set.
Runner
on the move.
Throw down to second base.
Ozzie Albies in there, safe.
For Ozzie Albies, who had a very awkward slide in game one. His left foot went over the bag, the right foot jammed. This one was cleaner, and he got a steal.
I've told this story a bunch, too. You watch the information come out of Albies' back pocket. Uh-oh. You got to pick that stuff up quick. That's serious intel.
Somebody's got cameras. I mean, we do.
But I've told this story a bunch. Brian Snitker was our bullpen catcher.
By the way, real quick, that's the official visual for. Let me chew on that for a minute. Give me that. Let me chew on it.
So 3-2 to count to Austin Riley.
3-2.
Ball four.
That's
another one. A one-out walk issued by Jose Catana.
Didn't have equipment on.
To Austin Riley, we're going to have your new home run leader in the Major League Baseball, Matt Olson, coming up to bat for Atlanta with 42 homers on the season. Let's rock it, baby. Let's rock it. That's right. Let's rock it.
Off the stool, and that was the end of that. I mean, he had shin guards.
Come on, Matty.
He sits still to this day.
Come on, Matt.
Because of that?
I smoked it. Oh, I smoked it. I mean, and I felt horrible. I said, you got to have
Katana comes set
on for me.
Well, you didn't feel as horrible as
Moves
he
back
did
to
pretty
second.
clearly.
Fires.
How did he react to that?
Straight fastball right down the heart of the
Anyways,
plate.
but it was
Strike
just
one.
bounced in there. I threw a 54-foot slider.
Matt Olson's 0 for 1 today, but a ground out in the second. But in game one today of the doubleheader,
it was a little different for him.
he was 2 for 3 with 2 home runs and a single.
A one for Olson.
Olsen swung on and fouled to the dugout. Strike 2. 0-2 to count.
With 2 strikes this year.
It's amazing. Since June 15th, he has dramatically cut his strikeout rate. And the key, he says, is that he's now getting balls earlier in the count in play. Before, he was fouling them off. Part of the problem early was that he was swinging too hard. Believe it or not, that is not the answer here.
Outside, ball 1.
There, it's 1-2. We'll see.
1-2 to count.
But again, staying on the ball has been a huge part of his success. He's a big swing and miss guy in Oakland, but big power, right? Pull side, center, but he's hitting balls the other way now, and he's staying on the ball.
1-2 to count to Matt Olson.
The production shows.
1-2 from Quintana. That one's
foul to the stream. We'll do it again. 1-2 to count.
Quintana's fastball location is so good, typically.
Yeah, and he just, again, working thirds in or and out. And, you know, the hand position of Olsen has changed, too. He got a little bad mechanical funk where, you know, he had that unique style where he would carry his hands way up high, and then he wasn't in sync with his lower half. And now, man, he can't draw it up any better.
So Quintana comes set downstairs. Ball 2. 2-2 to count.
I mean,
come on, Matt.
Between pitching and hitting.
Come on, Matty-O.
Sense that timing has to be good. It has to be good for the pitcher to land, and his arm's got to be in position to throw a ball. Same thing with the hitter. He's got to be able to put his foot down and have his hands back to hit a ball. You're going to be fooled from time to time, but if you just swing from your heels every single time, it's no good.
Inside, ball 3, full count to Matt Olson.
And batting average in the different quadrants of the strike zone, and then out of the
come on, Matty-O.
Dramatic drop from middle
you hit
to the outskirts of the strike zone.
You hit number 40 the other day off of a Pirates pitcher with 3-2 to count.
Here, it looks like 3-2.
So Quintana comes set.
He
jammed him. Mendick over the second, over the first, for a double play. That's out number 3. That's okay. That's all right. It's still early. Each team has each a hit. It's still a scoreless ball. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, no score, guys. So we'll see what happens here. The game is still early. Game is still early in the game. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Thank you so much. Also, more importantly, guys, the super chats are there. They are available, guys. Absolutely. If you want to donate to the channel, absolutely. They are there for you. If you want to send a donation in, by all means. Super chats do get you priority. If you want hookers. It's not for. No, it's not. Don't let anybody fool you. Don't let anybody fool you.
That's right. Don't let Matt fool you.
Okay. No, guys, it's absolutely any donation that you guys send. It's absolutely free. I would love to have any donations sent from anybody. Be much obliged. So that's right, Matthew. I'm glad he passed Ohtani. I got tired of hearing Matt always being second fiddle to Shohei. So oh, thank you, Laney. Thank you, Laney, for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Where's my hookers? Hey, I get half of that, right?
Hey, D just said something. I had to feed the goats. Thank you for the $5 super chat there, Laney, or the super thanks. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You're awesome as well there, Laney. Oh, my goodness.
Hey.
So, yeah.
Hey, I get half of that, right?
Here we go, guys.
Staying out of the bat. He actually hits it twice. Perfect inside. That hits the bat twice in a double play.
First pitch swing.
First pitching swing. And out number one.
And out number one.
The left center.
Makes the catch. A double hit. You don't see it every day.
And it's not a penalty.
Thank you.
And it's not a penalty in baseball.
Who was it? Of course you listed golf first.
Yeah.
By the way, of course. Hunter Pence had one. He hit like 3 times maybe. Something like that.
So you got Francisco Alvarez coming to the plate for the New York Mets.
Giants. Yeah, 3 times.
Strider comes set. Delivers. Upstairs, ball 1. 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
Get back on the course soon.
There's some good action going on in the FedEx Cup.
Oh my goodness! All right, D.
Here is Alvarez, who took a walk.
Strider comes set, swung on and missed. Strike 1.
Slider, and that one likely would have been a strike.
Yeah, and again, like what you want to see as the Braves get down to the end of the season, and who knows how much rest they're going to give their starting rotation, because their starting rotation went through a really bad spell. And
Downstairs,
that's
ball 2.
Flow of the team. There's no way they can keep up at the rate they were going, right? And for Spencer Strider, of course he's going to be front end of the rotation. He's going to be your shutdown guy. And then you add in Max Fried, and if Kyle Wright can come back, then all of a sudden it lines back up. And their offense doesn't have to be the 7-run offense in the postseason, which is difficult to do.
I know you have to be able to win in a number of ways in the postseason, depending on opponent, depending on type of game you have.
Oh, Alvarez takes strike 2. So 2-2 to count to Francisco Alvarez.
From Strider to Alvarez. Brian Snitker a couple of weeks ago.
I hear you, Gene.
And he mentioned about Strider. He goes, he's really grown on me. And I said, really? He goes, no, literally. Like, I thought he was much shorter when I first met him.
Oh, he's got.
Oh, just
one of the strongest.
Just
and that's credit to
low.
him. I mean, the
For
comparisons
a full count, guys. 3-2.
His ability, like a unique open stance with his hip flexion. He does all these routines, very disciplined. And
swung on and foul tip.
I've never seen anyone stay.
We'll do it again. 3-2.
I mean, all year, eating.
Welcome
training,
to the stream, everybody. Welcome to the stream.
Absolutely tied into his routine.
Well, talking to Snit about his diet, I believe he said something like, well, he eats cardboard. So.
Well, you should have seen what we ate.
3-2 to count.
Can't even imagine.
1 out.
What
swung on and fouled out of play. We'll do it again.
There was nothing healthy in it. I'm serious. Like the evolution of look, I know people make a lot of fun of generations before, but I'm a huge believer that pitchers have to have body fat. They do.
Okay.
Because another K.
Swung on and missed. Strike 3.
Like the
4 Ks in the chat for Spencer Strider tonight.
Yeah. And no body fat. There's nowhere for it to go. And
I hear you, Lanny. I know the Storms are moving south, so you're south of me by a couple hours, so they are moving south.
I'm sorry, man. They're getting hurt a lot more than they ever have. And if
so, Strider comes set, swung
on
and went around. Vogelbach takes strike 1.
No, that's right.
And he had body fat, and he never pulled a muscle.
Yeah. Well, look,
they would tell you can't pull fat.
So Strider comes set.
I think that's
inside, ball 1.
Daniel Vogelbach,
welcome to the stream,
like
everybody. Welcome to the stream.
You typically see in baseball, and he is a fascinating guy, and he's the guy that got him a home run in Game 1.
Yeah.
So 1-1 to count, 2 outs. Bogey is up at the bat, outside, ball 2.
That is the fun of baseball. This is the game where you can have basically any body type and still play.
It's one of the only sports that can happen. Yeah. You know, you start really limiting positions in other sports.
Strider, down way off. That ball bounced off the dirt.
Aaron Judges of the world.
So ball 3. So 3-1 to count to Vogelbach.
How you can really get it done at 2 different body types and just be as powerful and win an MVP. And, so on and so forth.
Strider comes set. Ball inside, ball 4.
He'll go to first base. Viento's coming up here in the 4th. Tonight's telecast.
So they're going to go to the little commercial break here real quick momentarily. So yes, the baseball game is on Fox. So
Rosenthal
There we go.
downstairs, John
Gene.
Smoltz, Jason
Hey, Gene,
Benetti,
how
our
did your
entire
surgery
wonderful
go?
crew in New York
Outside,
City.
ball one.
And Vientos at the plate.
Yeah,
He's 23
Gene,
years old, spent
how
some
did
time
your surgery
somewhere
go there,
Gene,
buddy?
how'd your
this year.
surgery go, bro?
But his father grew
I
up
mean,
a Mets
obvious
fan
you
in
made
the
it through
Dominican
it.
Republic, so this
Sure.
is one of those cool
That's good.
stories like Matt Olson, who grew up in Georgia as a Braves fan. As Strider
All
is
two from
just
Spencer
missing the bottom
Strider.
part
Come
of his
on, Spencer.
Yeah, I mean, he pitched around clearly.
Come on, Spencer.
Vogelbach there when the count was in his
Don't
favor.
do what you did on your
And
last
missing
outing,
his fastball
please.
down a lot, trying to lock in and have a cleaner inning and not waste pitches.
So 2-0 to count to Vientos.
And
Swung on and
that's-
fouled out of
again,
play.
that's gonna
Strike
come.
one.
Certain days he can get by with it. Certain days he's got to grind it out, and he's had his slider to manipulate the hitters tonight.
So 2-1 to count. Two outs, runner on first.
Walks. The only hit he's allowed was a leadoff single in the game for Brandon.
Oh, look out. Look,
And
there went the bat.
goes
Strike
the
two.
gentleman.
All right, perfect example here. I don't know what they're going to go with here, but he just threw him a high fastball that really obviously swings and misses. If he throws a low slider here, the chances of that guy swinging at that pitch are less likely. It doesn't mean he won't. Going up and then pitching off of that pitch is the essence of where he'll get a lot more strikeouts in the future, believe it or not. If he wants to go back up there with the 2-2 pitch, he can do that with a fastball. But if he bounces the slider, he basically will be wasting a pitch unless he has data that this guy is such a free swinger that he'll swing at anything that moves.
Because he'll see it low because of where his eyes are
The
pointing.
last pitch was up, and that's what the hitter recognizes.
On 2-2 for Vientos, and there it was. It's a slider
and
away.
that's he'll learn, and that's a waste pitch that didn't need to be wasted at a 2-2 count. Now, he wasn't trying to throw it there, but you see what I'm talking about. The variance reset the hitter's eyes now, and more than likely, he'll have to throw a slider in the zone if he wants to get a swing and miss or a fastball up.
On 3-2. Grounded foul. He went inside.
Grounded
with a
foul. We'll do it
fastball.
again.
And
3-2 to
I
count.
asked questions a lot when I was pitching, and I'm going, why are guys swinging at my slider? And he said, well, basically, John, you're throwing a fastball down and away. You're tunneling that fastball and slider in the same area, and they can't see that spin.
Oh.
They're reacting off the last pitch they saw.
Strider
And so
right
they
now is
learned
at
to throw a
65
high
pitches
fastball followed
already.
by a curveball and pitch
More than what he did in
the
his
same
last
pitch
outing.
that they just saw before.
Strider comes set. Swung
It's all
on.
about,
We'll do it again,
optical
3-2.
illusions, basically, right?
And today they've kind of gone away from that because it's more data driven, like this guy on this pitch and this count and that, there's so much information that pitchers don't have and not being taught to read a swing. Like read what the guy just did. They're going off the information, and either you have a veteran catcher that can do that.
So
or a veteran
3-2 to
pitcher
count, 2 outs,
that
runner
really
on
read those
first.
swings.
Strider
Came
comes
through
set.
that sort of training. 3-2.
Swung
inside,
on and popped up.
on the infield.
On
Who
the
wants
infield.
it?
Ozzy
All
Albies
bases
calls
in,
for
and
it.
He makes the catch.
And out number 3.
And that retires the side. Vogelbach marooned at first. We'll go to the 5th. Still nothing on a Saturday
And
night.
Bogey is left on base. So there you have it, guys. So that is out number 3. No score. Both teams still have a hit apiece. So thank you for tuning in, guys. Thank you so much. We're at 13 likes out of 20. So we're 7 likes away from the 20 like goal. More importantly, guys, if you're new to the stream, if you like what you're seeing here, I've been fluctuating with people coming in and going. But if you're new to the stream, if you like what you're seeing here, smash the subscribe button, hit that like button, and also more importantly, take an after part in the chat poll. Who do you think will win this game 3 of this 4-game series between the Atlanta Braves and the New York Mets? I hope so too, there, Laney. I hope we do. I hope we do get the first run on the board. We're gonna have D-Train coming up, the Bung, Marcell Ozuna, and Orlando Arcia coming up for the Atlanta Braves. So let's see if we can't get a base hit or get some runners on base and score a home run and get it there. So let's see what happens. Still early in the game, guys. You know how baseball games are, especially early in the game like that. So, yep. Like I said, baseball is a weird sport, guys. I mean, one minute one team is hot, next minute, I mean, it absolutely fall. But Atlanta Braves have been holding their own with their starting rotation. I know they went some long innings, but a lot of young guys stepped up to the plate. So we'll see what happens. Still early. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Dogs hate thunder. That's for sure. So, all right, so it looks like they're going to be coming back from a commercial break. So, bear with me momentarily as we get this thing up and running here.
99.
There we
that
go.
Looks like a fantasy lineup.
And ball one to D-Train.
City Field.
Come on, chicka. D-Train
first year of this.
He's 0 for 1 today. To strike out in the second.
I think so. I think that's about right.
Swung on and missed.
Strike
one.
Here, man. This place. I mean, they've already made a couple changes and moved the fence in a couple different times, but man, they built this for pitching.
So Katana comes set. Swung on and missed. Strike
the
2.
Configuration a few times here, but you feel like still it's a place you would have liked to.
Come on,
Well,
D-Train.
I mean, the hitters had so bad that their offensive production was so bad for so long. I mean, those fences are like 20
Katana comes
15
set.
feet closer.
Yeah, it's
Downstairs, ball 1.
You know,
Or
there's some
ball 2.
clubs that are going to have a hard
Excuse me.
time
2 and
winning
2 to
because of their
count.
stadium. And you saw what they did in Baltimore.
Yeah.
That's a game changer.
Yep.
And that pitching staff now has a
There you
chance
go, Ozuna.
to be successful when it was the greatest hitting ballpark, there for a while. They moved it way back.
1
in
for
left
2.
Gave him a chance to win.
D-Train
This is,
strikes
by the way,
out.
an anniversary.
1 out.
Let's watch.
Oh, the old Skip Carey.
Oh, boy. Is today the day?
Today's the day. It's
Yes.
your anniversary of being
Smoltzy.
traded.
Wow.
1987. You were talking about
So
Brian Snitker.
Katana
earlier.
comes
Did
set
not
to
know
Marcell
that he had that.
Ozuna.
If
Swung on. Base hit down the left field line.
for a hit rolling toward the warning track.
To the
Newell
warning
had to go
track.
deep.
Ozuna going for
Ozuna's
2.
gonna test him. He is in
Downstairs.
there, safe, and it's a two-base hit.
Save.
Let's listen in to what the great Skip Carey had to say here.
The old Skip Carey.
The Braves are starting to tear it apart a little bit so that they can tinker with it and rebuild it. Doyle Alexander, who didn't have a good record but really pitched well for the Braves, has gone to the pennant-contending Detroit Tigers. And the Braves get a youngster just 19 years old, John Smoltz, who had a terrible record this year in Double-A ball at Glens Falls. He was 4-10, an earned run average of over 5, but he had made the jump from the rookie league. He throws BBs, really throws hard, and everybody in baseball convinced that he's a fine prospect.
Well, he was a fine prospect, but he did have a terrible record at Double-A.
Haha, even Spo said he did.
Talk about
Haha, there we have it, guys. The old Braves legend, Skip Carey at the helm.
Skip Carey said you threw BBs.
And Arcia went around for strike
It
2.
had potential, of course, but it was what a great trade for me. I mean, it totally changed. And then my debut, of course, at Shea Stadium, which I'll never forget. That's when they let you go 8 innings on
Katana
the debut.
comes set downstairs, ball 1.
What do you remember from that debut?
I remember being really nervous. My family was there. It was Tom Seaver Day. It was completely packed. Of course, the Mets were a great team, and I hit my first batter with a 2 strikes. Lenny Dykstra. I gave up a run in the first inning. I'm like, come on, you can do this. I think the rest of the way, shut him down. Had a 2-1 lead after 8. We scored 4.
Oh, Katana comes
top of the
set.
9th, and Bruce Sutter closed it out. And,
Oh, downstairs.
Man,
Ball 2.
You talk about
So
euphoria.
2 and 2 to count to
There wasn't
Orlando
a whole lot of
Arcia.
time to celebrate because I had to fly back to. I had to get all my stuff in Richmond, and I had to, this transformation. Go back to Atlanta.
Welcome to the stream, everybody. If you
and
like
go
what you're
9
seeing
innings
here, if
in
you're
a
new
tie
to the
game
stream, smash that
and
like
give up a
button.
3-run
Also, more
homer
importantly,
to lose my first game.
smash
So
that
just
subscribe button,
that,
guys.
I go from
2 and 2 to count to
winning
Orlando
a game on a
Arcia,
team
1
that
out.
wasn't very good, and then losing a game.
Runner on second. Little
This
poker
in the air to right field.
to right
Twisting
field.
toward the line in foul territory.
In foul
That's a
territory.
foul ball, but it's caught. McNeil
And
deep in the corner,
Marcelo
puts it away
tagged
on
up.
Garcia. Ozuna to third.
And
with
Marcel
2 out.
to third base.
Very nice play here when you're going. Not much room down there, obviously. And good play. You wonder if he'd have made. That's the decisions when a runner's on third with 1 out that I would struggle trying to catch that ball. I would actually have a hard time. I would be more apt to let it go. Because you know a run's going to score.
That's right, especially in a low-scoring game like this.
Yeah.
Speaking of letting it go, we're not going to do that about your trade being the anniversary. Ken, what do you have downstairs?
Well, it's never a great idea to trade a future Hall of Famer,
Oh,
right?
man.
But that deal did have a short-term benefit for the Tigers. Doyle Alexander down the stretch, 1.53 ERA in 11 starts, great pennant race with the Blue Jays. Tigers get in, but at the same time, I think
No, Laney, he went over to third on a foul ball hit to the right side,
after the trade,
and he tagged up and moved over to third.
At that point, he went undefeated. His one loss was in the postseason. So
Kevin Pillar up to bat for Atlanta.
Postseason. But
And there for strike one.
There wasn't much more.
Welcome to the stream, everybody. You're new to the stream. If you like what you're seeing here,
I better do something.
smash that subscribe button. Also hit that like button. And also taking part in the chat poll.
First of all, I'm 4-10, and I get traded. I don't
So
think
Jose
I want
Quintana
it.
comes set.
I thought
Outside, ball one to
and then I
Kevin
realized
Pillar.
somebody wanted me, and so that somebody, the Atlanta Braves, was give me
We're on our 20 light goal, guys. 20 light
an
goal for the
advantage to
stream
get to the big
tonight.
leagues quicker than the Tigers were going to.
We're at
for sure,
13
at that
lights
time.
so far.
I love that. I can't imagine what your friends and family and everybody were saying getting traded from the Tigers.
I was devastated.
Were you?
I'm talking grew up there, went to the World Series in 1984. Grandfather worked on the grounds crew for like 12 years. Had a statue, had grass of the infield growing in our backyard. When that
So
trade
1 and 2 to count to Kevin
I came home,
Pillar.
the statue was gone and the grass had been pulled up.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Upstairs, ball 2.
You know, that's the unbelievable part. It wasn't the technology exists today. I'm in this Glens Falls, New York, sitting in a dugout, and I get 2 letters or 2 notes. One, call home immediately, and the other was call Detroit front office. Well, as soon as I saw call home immediately, that was the first call I was going to make. Had to go
So
to
2
a
and 2 to
payphone
count to
in the
Kevin
clubhouse.
Oh my
Pillar.
gosh.
Downstairs,
My
ball
dad,
3.
and my dad's a jokester.
3 and
He
2.
was, likes to have a lot of fun, and I'm having a tough year. And he goes, "You've just been traded to the Atlanta Braves." I said, "It's not funny, and seriously, don't play around." He goes, "No, I just heard it on the news. You've been traded to the Atlanta Braves," and he was going on and on. I said, "Dad, I promise you, I'm having a rough time and a rough year. Like, this is not funny." And then I remember the other note I got.
Oh wow.
Called
So
Detroit
3 and
front
2 to
office.
count, 2 out.
How about that?
And they told me.
Ooh,
They said,
big
"You've been
rip.
traded to the Atlanta
Foul
Braves.
ball.
Richmond,
We'll do it again.
Virginia. They're AAA because you got to go up a level."
Yep.
And I had a red C24 Chevrolet Cavalier hatchback. I packed everything up, said goodbye, and drove 14 hours it was to Richmond, Virginia, and the rest was history.
Wow.
Yeah.
That fast, you just packed up and you're no longer a Tiger.
Base hit to center field. That will score a run for Atlanta. Kevin Pillar drives an RBI single. Scores in Marcell Ozuna. Braves on top. 1-0.
My first
All
game
right.
against the Tidewater Mets. They were low.
So we break the tie so far in the top of the 5th inning.
I got smoked.
Wow. Wow. This is less than a year after the trade. July the next year, 1988, against
First strikeouts, Darryl Strawberry. And then on my debut was against the Mets. 46,000 people.
That's a beautiful catch by
Ronnie Gant.
In there for strike 1 to Michael Harris.
Yeah, so I mean, it happened so fast, and certainly, the ups and downs. I had plenty of ups and downs. I mean, people talk about being a Hall of Famer, but it didn't come.
So all 1 to count to Michael Harris.
Or have a lot of failure that I learned from.
I think sometimes when people evaluate
Outside,
Hall of Famers,
low,
when they're talking,
ball
or when
1.
you're giving a speech, whatever it is, at some point, people just think you always felt like you were a Hall of Famer.
No, never once. Not even to the end of my career. Never once.
Not even when you had a smile on your face like that?
A 1 and 1 to count.
Like, I'm going to be a Hall of Famer.
No chance. I mean.
Ooh, big rip and a swing, but foul ball. Strike 2 to Michael Harris. That ball was hit to the second deck.
It's not even accurate. There's not a person that would have predicted Greg Maddux, Tom Glavine, or myself. Tom Glavine lost.
There is fans in the stands wearing the Braves uniform.
We stunk.
I ate Taco Bell again there, Gene.
We stunk.
Welcome in, 3 Sport. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back, buddy.
Level of being good. And then once we learned, yeah, we posted up, we made our starts, and then, the rest took care of itself. But it was not.
Oh, yeah, they are.
To the Hall of Fame.
They're leading Major League Baseball right now.
Had to learn, but had to be given the opportunity.
Ooh, swung on a minute, strike 3. That's out number 3. Without that being said, guys, Kevin Pillar does the damage. Braves lead at 1-0.
Because they got to see a young John Smoltz with a big smile on his face. RBI single, Kevin Pillar, 1-0.
So there you have it, guys. It's 1-0 in the game. So welcome to the stream, everybody. 3 Sport, everybody. Welcome to the stream. If you're new to the stream, if you like what you see, smash that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Also take an active part in the chat poll. I will take the chat poll down at the conclusion of the bottom of the 8th inning. More importantly, guys, I'm finally coming back with another stream tonight after a week. I've been very busy at work this week. I caught hell towards the later end of the week. We had a bunch of rain come in and literally had a pile of 89 stone up about 40 or 50 feet, almost 60 feet in the air, all the way up to the head pulley of the conveyor belt. And within a week, because Monday that pile was up to the head pulley. By yesterday afternoon, that pile was gone. So they probably had an excess of 4,000 to 5,000 tons, 6,000 tons in that, underneath that head pulley, and they came and got it all. So, and I loaded every bit of it on a customer truck. So I had one hell of a hellacious work week, and Dee knows exactly what I'm talking about. He works around, the quarries and stuff, so he knows how chaotic it can get. So it was pretty chaotic for me this week, but I'm glad to take the weekend off, have some fun with friends and family, and and that's what it's all about. Oh yes, 3 Sport, they crushed the Mets 21-3. Matt Olson takes the home run leader position right now over Shohei Ohtani by 2 home runs. Matt Olson has 42 homers on the season. Nicky Lopez gets his first home run of the season with the Atlanta Braves. And he also pitched a scoreless 9th inning and drove in 5 RBIs today. So Nicky Lopez was just having absolute fun. Sean Murphy hits his home run. Austin Riley hit a home run yesterday. It was just awesome. It was just crazy. So here we go.
Batters of each inning.
So sorry about that. I missed pitch number 1. Pitch number 2 in there for strike 2 to Mendick.
Falls. There are 2 central New York guys back-to-back in the lineup. I know Glens Falls closer to Vermont, but Danny Mendick from Rochester, New York. Tim LeCastro from Auburn, New York. There's a ground ball.
Ground ball to
hit. Ozzie
Albies is over the first for out number 1.
Yeah, that was my whole Eastern League teams right there. Rochester. And, Rochester was AAA, but boy, Glens Falls, man, do I remember that place. That was, the White Sox were there forever.
Yeah.
They set the home run record there because they had a short left field. They had an odd outfield.
Oh, really?
Like 265 with a netting in left field, so to protect the houses in left field, and then like 440 in right center. What? It was like,
ooh, big swing and a miss by Tim LeCastro.
That's wild. Did you ever pitch at Cooperstown? Did you ever play in one of those games?
We were there, and I'll be honest, we were all miserable when we got there, thinking, "Oh man, this is going to be, in the middle."
In there for strike 2 to Tim
LeCastro. It turned out to be a
blast.
We didn't. None of the regulars played.
But I bring it up because it was like 270 to left, right?
Absolutely.
Same type of thing.
Yeah.
Great fun for pitchers.
Now I pitched at Cooperstown.
That's not out of play. We'll do it again. 0-2
against China Taipei, I believe. And when I was 16 or 17,
he is
representing the USA.
By
team,
all means,
that was a blast. That was my first time ever to Cooperstown.
He's crushing the NL side right now.
All that stuff.
And back to the pitcher. Strider fields.
Oh, man, Matt
Low
Olson
throw, but Matt
with a life
Olson
wrap for
scoops
that
it
ball.
up for out number 2. That could have been bad. Well,
SOS.
Spencer Strider gets the out to Matt Olson.
This is always a tough play for the pitcher when he's throwing 98 on his pitches, and then he grabs a ball, and you got to remember to take that step, which he did, but then just short-armed it.
Why is that so hard for pitchers?
Because it's awkward from the throw that you're making as a pitch to home plate.
Nimmo down the
Nimmo
left field line. That
down,
is fair
and it's
over
fair
the
ball.
corner.
Brandon
Extra
Nimmo with a
bases for
stand-up
Brandon
double,
Nimmo,
2-out double.
who is 2 for 2 with a walk.
Nimmo has the right approach to face Strider, and he's had good numbers against Strider because of his approach, and he doesn't get long with the bat, short to the ball, and he just takes what the pitcher is giving him and doesn't try to.
They may have a shot there, 3 Sport. They may have a shot, but then picking up Max Scherzer from the Mets.
So you were saying
They may have a
for
shot
pitcher,
if
it's just
they
different from
close
your
out their
throw. Almost
games
like the
and
visual
win.
of throwing to
They
first.
do have a shot in the
it's just, you
postseason.
know,
Yes,
you
they do.
practice it in spring training, but never live. It's
Well,
just
any
something
team
you
for
do
that
nice
matter.
over and
Inside
over
ball
again,
one
and
to
it's something you really have
Lindor.
to be mechanically sound. More
Any
of a
team, the
fielding
Atlanta
type.
Braves, the Dodgers,
not
the
every pitcher
Rangers,
fields their position great.
the
It's just
Baltimore
an awkward
Orioles,
throw
the Houston
based on what you're doing
Astros,
on
the
mound,
Phillies.
down the slope,
They're all playing hot
with
right
the
now.
angle.
So
flat ground here changed
it's-
it, right?
It sure does.
any team for himself right now.
1-0.
1-0 popped up.
Popped up. First
Matt
base
Olson
side,
underneath it
Olson
for easy can of corn for out
makes
number
the catch.
3.
And the Mets are now 2 for their last 38 with runners in scoring position.
2 for 38.
1-0.
There you have it, guys. 2 for 38. So, yeah, like I said, 3 Sport. I mean, it's any team. I mean, that's making a postseason run. It could be any team for that matter. You never know. Like I said, the Braves are hot right now. They've been the hottest team all year long. Yes, we've dropped a few games here and there, 41 games, but everybody else is in the 50s and 60s right now. So we were the first team to 60 wins, and then we became the first team to 70 wins. And right now we're at 74 and 41 on the season so far. So if I remember correctly, I'll do the standings right now, guys. So bear with me here. Right now, the Atlanta Braves are at 74-41. The Philadelphia Phillies are at 65 and 52 for the season. Miami Marlins are at 61-57 for the season. The Phillies are 10 games back, and the Phillies are plus 4 games to the good for the wild card. Miami is still up. They're half a game to the good for the wild card. But of course the Mets, they're pretty much out of it. They're at 52 and 64, 22 and a half games back, 8.5 games back. The Washington Nationals, they're nipping on the Mets' heels at 51-66. That's for the National League East division. So, but the Texas Rangers right now, they're 69-47 for the season. Houston Astros is 67 and 50. Seattle Mariners are 63 and 52. The LA Angels is 58-59, and of course the Oakland Athletics, they're the worst team in the AL West. So there's the standings for some of the teams. Now the Baltimore Orioles, for that matter, they're 71 and 45. So they're only 3 games behind us, but we got the tiebreaker because we have more we got 3 more game wins than they do in losses. So and we don't have nearly many losses either. So if it came down to a tiebreaker, the tiebreaker would go to the Atlanta Braves. And if anything ended right now, it would be Atlanta having a first round bye, and then whoever wins the AL matchup, it would probably be the Baltimore Orioles getting the first round bye. Then of course the Texas Rangers.
The
Yeah.
Orioles are the only other team that have 70 wins.
Yep, exactly. So, like I said, guys, it's any team's there for the taking, guys. So, you got to remember, baseball is a long sport during the summer. It takes a wear and tear on your body. So, here we go.
His brother Ken, what do you have?
Oh,
He's 5'8",
wow.
181 pounds, and here's
1 and 2 to
thing,
count
guys.
to Ronald
He
Acuna.
signed for $425,000. Luis Angel did. Ronald signed for only $100,000, and the player Luis Angel
Braves got
is
on
often
the board,
compared
huh?
to
Yep.
Ozzie Albies.
Yeah, with a Kevin Pillar single scoring in Marcel Ozuna.
Little comparison to Ozzie
So,
Albies.
Yeah.
so
Well,
it
that's
was
after
tough.
Marcel hit.
The young
Yeah.
player
Yeah.
is so far more ready to make an impact
Outside
in the
ball,
game
too.
than ever before. Right? They're thrust in. So, they talk about teams building up their minor league prospects.
Oh, I hear you,
Not
Laney.
every one of them's going to make it, but the
It's
Mets are really banking
Acuna
on these
Matata.
So
Upstairs,
it's
ball
three
3,
balls,
3 and
2
2.
strikes on Acuna Jr.
Full boat
who's
time, guys. Full
just been
boat.
so good now that he's finally healthy. And Brian Snickers talked about it a million times, but you can see that he's
Motorboat
100% this
time.
year.
Motorboat.
Going to shatter some records.
Swung on and fouled out of
What do you
play.
think
We'll
is
do it
the
again.
sneaky best part of his game that people don't talk about much?
Well, I'll be honest, early on there were some things that showed his age, and he was kind of making some, rookie mistakes a little too often. This year, he's the
Oh,
complete package.
whatever, Gene.
No lapse.
Acuna.
Absolutely locked in
And Katana comes set.
and healthy.
Swung on and fouled out
I
of play
think his
again.
base
We'll do it
running and
again.
His ability to steal runs on the bases are incredible. And he would take some
Laney,
chances
I think
before
you have to
going
put
outs. I haven't seen that
Gene in
much this year.
timeout again.
And he would take, have a lapse in the outfield. But his defense, his arm, literally, when they talk about a five-tool player,
I think
you
Mav
could look under
needs
the definition, and that's
timeout corner.
what he is.
Oh, here we go.
battling.
Swung on. Hit high and deep to center field. Oh. LoCastro makes the play.
Saving extra bases.
Saving extra bases for out number
Tell
one.
you what, Castro thought he had a beat on it the whole way. He backspins this ball, does Acuna, and it just keeps carrying. And that ball almost got over his head. I mean, we watched it up
Hey,
here
Laney.
from the booth, and that last
I've been
10
sitting
feet,
here,
he
I
did
just,
not have that ball. And he made a
Working
good
with some
adjustment
NFL stuff.
to snatch it right at the last minute.
Those last
Mav
couple
and I
steps
got our-
really did speed up,
Got our
didn't they?
subscription
Sure did.
stuff all figured out today, so everything's.
So Ozzie Albies up the bat.
One down, first pitch of ball for
All
Ozzie
one.
Albies. Ronald Acuna Jr.
Yeah, like I said, guys, he's getting ready for his
effort
his
here.
stream of the
No, I'm
Philly.
not.
Are you
no,
not?
That game was on at 5.
For Acuna, who's
Remember?
looking to
Oh.
have a very ultra rare 30
Yeah, I
home run,
missed
60
so.
stolen base season.
Oh wow.
Right.
We're gonna
Okay.
do that.
But I will be doing one tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't know which one, but I'll pick one. I think the
Ooh, swung on and
Field side and
foul ball. Ozzie put a big rip on
I
that.
know because of the style of pitching. It's
Let
in
me
the
find
game,
out
but
who
Albies
plays,
hits
and I'll ask
a lot
everybody
of home runs
here.
left-handed, but
I thought
at bat.
I thought they were doing a late game tonight.
Left-handed pitchers as you do right-handers.
the damage he's done is
Yeah,
substantial.
you've
against
got
left-handed pitching as he swings through that from Quintana 2-2.
Hearing
It's
about-
almost 8 o'clock my
But
time.
this is
I know.
Is the perfect
Oh,
example of
Chargers
what
and the
Buck was
Rams.
talking about with Kenny a couple innings ago. That
Didn't
they
have- I
missed
didn't
this
have enough time to get everything set.
reliability
Oh,
that you could
okay.
have
I
in
got
the
you.
middle to
No,
back
we
up a
worked on your
rotation.
stuff and
Yeah, for
getting
sure.
the
Yeah.
And
stuff
again,
figured
I'm
out.
telling
So
you,
I mean,
everything
that's
went
all
wrong
right.
for the Mets, and it seemed that
There's
it
a
did
couple
from the
good
beginning.
games
That is
tomorrow
not
on-
true. It just in every way went bad.
Did not go around, so
Whatever
3
could
and
go
2.
wrong was going to go wrong, and I'll be the first to probably get barbecued by saying I think that if he wanted to just keep it and reboot next year, I don't think it was 100% wrong that would be the case.
Downstairs,
Because
ball
what I'm
4.
saying is-
That's a 1-out walk issued by
What I'm
Jose
saying
Quintana
is
to
that
Ozzie
They
Albies.
have the roster, and I would make the argument that there's no way offensively they could duplicate what they did this year next year. I would think there'd be improvements across the board to make the difference between this year and next year with the same rotation. But I understand why they did it.
I mean, they're right around the
Oh, yeah,
top
there's-
10 in home
there's-
runs. They just
There's
don't
the
walk
KC
enough.
New
Right? The
Orleans
rest of
game
the
tomorrow,
strikeout rate isn't
and
good. But this is,
actually,
this
I
is the
think
record when
Sports is
starters
doing
go
that one.
6+.
Okay.
And see, that's my point, right? They were
Upstairs,
building a
ball 1 to
rotation
Austin Riley.
That number was going to be
I think maybe I'll do the late game. I'll do the Niners
to make
and
the difference. Unfortunately,
Okay.
they didn't have those guys healthy
I'll
enough
set that.
to make that difference.
I'll skip
Well,
it
look,
up.
they're 12 under, and they're
So
20
Katana comes
something
set.
over when their
Upstairs,
starter goes
ball 2.
6+. Safe to call at first base.
And
So
Ozzy
that's-
Albies gets back
that's
into
30
first base.
games of a
Safe.
difference relative to 500.
And my point is this: Verlander, unorthodox start to the season because he got a little hiccup, and that set him back. Same thing with Scherzer. He had a little bit of hiccup there and there with an injury. Of course, Quintana and their whole staff, basically. And so
Swung on.
you start the season by losing
Strike
your
1.
most dominant pitcher in the bullpen.
Wash picks
in
up
a
the baseball.
freakish injury that sets the team. in
Austin
bad
Riley's
mood.
0 for 1
You
today,
know,
a walk
just
in the
can't
4th.
explain, and it just trickled down from there. And before you know it, they were in a tough spot to make a
Welcome to
decision.
the stream, everybody.
I think
Welcome.
it's like a teeter-totter. They could have gone either way, and they chose to go in the direction of, okay, we're going to reboot, and we're going to reply.
Braves lead it 1-0
reliance
in the top of the
some younger
6th.
talent to
Counts
get in
2-1,
As
1
Ken
out.
wrote
Runner
earlier
on
this
first.
week, they don't
comes
necessarily
set.
have to say no to free
Big
agents.
rip
Ken,
and
what
a
do you
swing
think
and a
of what we're
miss.
talking
Strike
about
2
here?
I
from
understand
Austin
Jeff's
Riley.
point, and it would be really interesting to see if this team was kept together, what they would do next year. The problem was Verlander's a year older, Scherzer's a year older. They're not the most athletic bunch. A number of their position
So
players.
Katana comes set.
Alonso even are a year
Oh,
older.
popped
They
up.
just felt they needed
On
to
the
start
infield.
fresh, and they're not going to completely start
out
fresh,
number
right?
2.
They're going to sign free agents, as we discussed earlier, but they wanted to inject some younger players, strengthen the farm system, and go
So
forward.
we're going to have Matt Olson coming up to bat for
You'll never know
Atlanta.
what it might have been in 24, but this way,
It's Matty-O time.
They'll be able to build a more sustainable contender.
And I agree with that.
Major
but
League
I would
Baseball
also say
home run leader.
had the other things
Coming
happen,
up to
they
bat.
signed those guys for 2 years.
Are we gonna
because
see
they felt
number
like they were gonna give them
43?
2 more good years, right? They
Or
were
hoped.
Hoped. I mean,
Well,
they were 2 studs.
I think they're going to stay
and,
away from him pretty.
Who knows if they don't get hurt? What the start of the season would have been like, and the outlook would have been like. But it's
So
all
Katana comes set.
it's all
Outside, ball 1.
hindsight now. But those guys
Hey, we're
that
not.
we're talking
Hey,
about are going to go with other teams and do some
Hey,
damage
what?
in the mound.
Well, there's a reason
Hey,
Houston and
like I
Texas
said,
wanted them
Matt
for
Olson's
the
playing
run,
some damn good
and
ball
one
right
of those
now.
might have been a reaction to the other one,
Sure.
right? Verlander to the Scherzer deal. While
Inside,
the Mets
ball
also
2.
you play in the division, you're dealt, right?
Yep.
The Mets are a reaction in some
There you
ways,
go,
or
blooper
have
right
to
in
be,
for a base
to an
hit.
Atlanta team that's locked
There we
up
go.
with so many young players for a long time.
No
like
doubt.
this core is here.
But
Oh, wait a minute, wait a
when
minute.
They put that roster together.
Am I ahead of
with
you?
The expanded playoffs.
A little
there was
bit.
Not a
That's
thought
okay.
in the room.
Oh, little blooper. That's
Olsen,
right.
Some more damage. Lefty, just scooping that
All
ball
right,
to left center field.
all right.
A 2-out single.
There was
No
not.
worries.
I'm going to
in that
pause.
room.
I'm going to pause mine.
That 5
Okay.
of the
Gotta
teams that
catch
are in
up,
front of them
so
were
I'm
better
not-
than them.
Same
Okay,
shit.
they-
No.
They're looking at Matt
I mean, those
Olson at
teams have played
first.
better, and they've been healthier, and give them credit, right? But
And
the style of game, to Ken's point, caught up with them.
they got the
Time
pitching
frame where
coach
they
coming
put
out to the
all their
mound.
money and resources into an all-in.
So they're having a pitching mound
We're going to win it. We're
meeting.
putting it together. A roster is going to win the
All
World
right.
Series, and the way they were going to
Are
do
they
it
showing the
was
NL East?
dominant starting pitching,
Yes.
a
Yep.
dominant closer, and an offense that hit enough. And
So the NL East standings like
How many
standpoint.
wins is Edwin Diaz's
Yep.
injury worth?
Guaranteed.
You know, from a psychological
Why? Because
standpoint,
now
you can't
everybody-
quantify how many wins, but I
I
guarantee
caught up
you
with
that
your guys
impacted the
in
club.
it?
You know
No.
why? Because now
well, they
everybody gets
just
slotted
now they're
down in
walking
a
away
different
from the
position.
mound.
And they're now trying to carry something they didn't have to carry before the season
I
started.
think I need a pause
And
for a
what
second.
affected this team more than anything was the games they blew and the starters that didn't get the job done because offensively they knew coming to the park, oh, shoot, we're going to have to score
Just
more
showed
than
Travis
capable
Tornado
of, or more than what we're giving up. And so
Okay,
when they
I'm
scored,
looking
they
at
didn't get pitching.
D-Train right
When they
now
got
at home
pitching,
plate.
They didn't score. It was a perfect scenario
Here-
of a year that
Here's
went
the windup.
bad.
There's a pitch.
And Mets fans
Okay,
don't
the
want to
pitch
hear
is
it
coming
anymore. I
up.
guarantee it.
Katana
Okay,
comes
but I'm-
outside, ball 1.
They're here tonight. Good crowd, by the way, for a day-night doubleheader.
especially after
telling
they
you,
lose 21-3 in game one.
I was all in. I'm telling you.
So they're looking at home plate right now.
What he did. A lot of people loved what he did, and it's easy
aerial
to
photo.
now be armchair
Yep,
quarterback.
and Quintana comes
The
set.
pitch right now.
And say this
Yep.
was never going to work.
But sometimes things just go
Yeah, we're
haywire in
synced
the
up.
baseball
We're
season. You've
close.
been
We're
part of
close
it.
enough now
I'm telling
that
you.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
know
saying
things on paper
them.
are not a good
Yep.
thing that you can say always works.
even though I think I'm
But
probably
You're a little bit
do they
ahead,
ready
but that's
for a
okay.
lot?
We'll work with it.
100%. But
2-0 to
I was
count.
probably
if they
even
delivered
with,
that product on the field.
Yeah.
2-0
Outside
misses,
ball
3
3.
balls, no strikes.
So
You've been a
3-0
starter, you've
to
been a closer.
D-Train.
Psychologically, what does it do to a team when you don't have a strong closer?
You know those games aren't automatic. I mean,
So
you're
3-0 to
hoping that
count to
somebody's gonna pick up the slack, but that
D-Train.
was an almost automatic.
his
guy.
last at
So do
bat,
hitters
boy,
get a
was
richier? Like, do
trying
they
to
try and
crush
do
that.
more? Like what?
You know,
Yeah, he
there was a
was.
feeling there for us for a while.
Outside,
right?
ball
Different.
4.
When we had a
Bases
1-0,
are
2-0, 2-1 lead,
juice.
a lot of hitters on our team.
Bases
had
are
this game's over.
juice.
I mean, that's not. It really isn't the criteria for. You add on.
Bases loaded, guys. Bases
A
loaded.
couple more.
But I say this all the time: a team leaves spring training and they know their
Quintana
words.
on
They
his
figure out a way to
98th
hide it
pitch.
before it gets exposed. And
Really surprised
the
they're
worst
leaving him in there.
of the Mets.
Yeah.
are exactly that.
What do you think about Quintana staying after a 4-pitch walk?
We've only
I just
given
think
up one
Buck believes
run.
in him and
Oh.
believes
Yep.
that he'll make the pitches to Ozuna versus anybody he can
So
bring in.
Quintana comes set to Marcelo Zuna.
Probably like Strider, you
First
know,
one misses high,
they'll wind
ball
him up
one.
to
So if
110.
you've seen this
Yep.
as a hitter where he's missing,
361 average with 7 grand
Every
seven
hitter
grand
wants to bring the
slams
ball
for
down to the
Marcelo
zone, but
Zuna.
as we talked
with
about,
bases loaded.
with the illusion of what Quintana
So he
does,
takes ball 1
entices
from
you in the top
Quintana.
of the zone to swing.
Quintana
Pop
looks
up,
in,
swing
gets
and
his
miss.
sign, fires, swung
This is
on,
28th pitch of the
and
inning.
fouled out of play.
In the 6th
Strike
inning,
1.
it's a ball and a strike.
Marcel was swinging for the fences for that one.
Some conversation about the dexterity of Alvarez from plate umpire Brennan Miller.
Gene. Talk about dirty. Okay.
So Walter hoping for that final out.
Quintana
to
comes
save the
set.
bullpen on a doubleheader day.
Inside,
That one is
ball
in.
2.
It's 2 balls and a strike.
Great pitch and actually a great take. I mean,
So 2-1 to
Ozuna was
count to
looking for the
Marcelo
ball, moved
Zuna.
it away, and he got tied up and took it and hoped that it was a ball, and it ended up being.
So Marcelo Zuna looks on. Quintana comes set.
2-1.
Delivers. In there for strike 2.
Strike, top of the zone.
Yeah,
Top of the zone.
Yeah,
I
I
absolutely
think
gonna
we're
say the pitch
perfect
before was the exact
right
same
now.
pitch. And now
Yep.
it's 50-50. Now,
When you said
now
that,
Ozuna is
it-
in a
it
tough
happened
spot
right at-
because he cannot
Yep.
trust that he can take another pitch in off the plate and it not be called a strike.
Is he worried more about in or up? And with that.
And
Yeah. So you go right back to
I mean,
I
that
haven't
would
been
be
paying
the
attention much
desired
to
option if
Cat.
you can throw another one right perfectly
Can I
on
do
the
something?
an inch or two in off the plate.
So
I see
Quintana comes
ladies just
set.
think
2-2,
playing a
bases
map.
loaded.
Upstairs, ball 3.
He tried to.
3-2.
The 7th and biggest full count of the night to a Braves batter.
He's had a lot of guts on 3-2 and still gone in off the plate when he needs to. I wonder if you throw a changeup here, 3-2, and try to expand, but it looks like he might go back in.
That's where the setup
So
is.
Quintana comes
Alvarez.
set. Swung on.
Right
In the air to
field
right
side.
field.
Jeff McNeil says he's
McNeil
got
underneath it. Brown,
Quintana.
number 3. Braves playing 3 runners.
Stranded.
3 stranded on base with a bases juice.
Braves leave them loaded.
So there you have it, guys. Braves stranded. Ah. So. So, oh my goodness. I can't believe Braves couldn't score a run in there, but that's okay, guys. That's baseball. You got to remember, not every team with bases loaded is going to score a run. So, oh, I hear you, Jeremy. Grissom won. Yes, I will say Grissom's been swinging a hot bat at Gwinnett for the Gwinnett Stripers. He has been swinging a hot bat. That's correct. But more importantly, this week it was announced that the Rome Braves in 2024 are going to be changing their name because they want to be a unique team in the Rome, Georgia area. And they want to be unique, so they're doing away with they're dropping the Rome Braves, and they're having all the fans submit their team name ideas. I don't know where to go for that, but if you guys do find it, submit your names, and they will be pulling a name out of a hat or something, as far as I'm guessing. And they're probably going to announce it by the end of the season for starting next year in 2024 for Rome. So it's unfortunate. We've seen, Ozzy Albies, Spencer Strider come through the Rome Braves. We've seen numerous players from the Braves go through the Rome organization. So it's kind of bittersweet to see them go, to drop the Rome Braves. But you have the Rome Braves, you have the Mississippi Braves, you got numerous Braves affiliates, and Rome just wanted to be their own affiliate, their own name brand, which I'm not mad at them. It does happen. So, but yeah, like I said, guys, thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat from Laney. Thank you so much. That is much appreciated. Thank you so much for that. Also, more importantly, guys, if you're new to the channel, if you like what you're seeing here, smash that subscribe button, which I did get a subscriber in, so let me go ahead and get it changed real quick. Thank you for the subscribe. I definitely do appreciate it. And here we go.
What everybody else watched. 21.
So that Jose Quintana, 104 pitches. His day is done. 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. So I'll be right back momentarily, guys. So bear with me. I'll be right back.
21 runs. You normally lay down your arms and give up the fight, but the Mets did not do that tonight, which is nice to see. Strike 3 called. Breaking ball nipped the corner. 5 strikeouts.
That pitch was set up by a fastball in, and even though that one stayed in the strike zone, it fooled. See that first move, once you lose that.
All right, guys, sorry about that.
Barrel to the ball.
Get a bottle of water, a nice ice cold bottle of water. There's 1 out.
1 down, Jeff McNeil.
So 1 down to get Alonso struck out.
All over the place. Played center field yesterday, infield game number 1.
But not to belabor the point, but if you look at every guy individually, they've regressed almost offensively for the Mets, right? This is
so we're in the bottom of the 6th, 1 out,
and
only 1 to count.
It's a trickle-down effect when things.
So Strider on his 83rd pitch.
Ground ball first.
Ground ball. Pitched it over to Strider for out number 2. He steps on first.
Point if you want. You're very welcome to.
So 83 pitches so far for Spencer Strider.
Is coming to the biggest season opener college football has seen in years.
Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with a bare run. Hey, welcome in there, Alex Pullison. Welcome to the stream. Shohei is his own person. Shohei is in his own league, guys.
No.
Okay.
We have not seen a player like that for many years. Strider in there, strike 1 to Alvarez.
4 teams coming.
So you got to remember, Shohei Ohtani is in his own league, guys. He will be in the Hall of Fame. For sure.
Eugene road trip
for
the Spartans soon.
So Strider comes set.
1 strike to Alvarez.
Oh, just low. Ball 1.
What's it going to take for you to do a crossover?
Well, everybody's got their mixed emotions about that, Jeremy. I mean,
Fox. Can we do that?
Oh, sure, I'd love to.
I stopped drinking Mountain Dew there, D. I quit that. I drink nothing but water now.
Judy Boyd or Brad
downstairs,
Zager
ball 2
in the studio. Either they're getting
That's
ideas.
86 pitches for Spencer Strider.
I'll tell you what, basketball. Oh, you sweet spot me.
You want to?
Oh yeah.
Oh, very expensive.
So
Whatever team, you're going to be paying at least $500 to $600 million
together, but why don't we
easily.
do a 3-man booth?
So 2-1 to count to Alvarez. Outside, ball 3.
That would be must
3-1.
Yeah.
Spencer Strider's getting upset with himself. When he starts doing that, he starts going wildly, and Shemana's not there. Remember, this is his 88th pitch of the game.
If they're okay with it probably being the most watched basketball game in the history of Fox, I'm good with that.
Ratings bonanza, John Smoltz on a basketball game. I love it.
So 3-1 to count.
It's such a marvelous sport.
Oh, it's my first love. I just realized I was better.
Swung on and missed. Strike 2.
Yeah.
3-2.
Love playing basketball. Played 10 years after I retired.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I hear you, Gene.
Loved it.
Look at you.
People think I'm
Strider
crazy.
comes set.
That's okay.
Swung on.
Comes to the territory.
Popped up to center field. Michael O'Hara's underneath it.
Harris is
and out number 3.
Back with 2 new hips in a year.
So there we have it. That ends 6. We go to the bottom of 7. Braves still lead it 1-0. So welcome in there. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, thank you for the subscribe. Thank you. Thank you. I definitely do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Much appreciated, guys. Thank you. Oh, and did I forget to turn my microphone, my camera back on? I guess I did. Huh. I'm sorry. Rookie mistake. I do it every once in a while, guys. So bear with me. It happens. It does happen from time to time, guys, so sorry about that. I'm sorry I forgot to turn my my camera back on. So you guys didn't miss anything. It's just you guys didn't see me. I forgot to turn the camera back on. Operator error. So if you're new to the stream, guys, and the 2 subscribers that I just received, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Welcome to the channel. I'm glad to have you. Also, more importantly, smash that like button, guys. We're on a 20 like goal for the stream tonight. Also, take an active part in the chat poll. I will be taking that down at the bottom of the 8th inning, at the conclusion of the bottom of the 8th. So make sure you guys get your votes in. Before I take that down. You only got 2.5 innings left to get that done. I'm glad to do another stream for y'all tonight. So, all right. So they're going to be on a commercial break here momentarily. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I'm your host, Matt from Maverick Sports, and here we go.
Common goal in the U.S. women's national team to prioritize mental well-being at every level of the game. You can still root for the U.S. women by supporting their impact off the field. Text USWNT to 44321 to learn.
Big swing and a miss from Orlando Arcia. Strike 1.
Out of the bullpen.
Oh,
the Mets
Trevor got.
From Quintana.
He's going to get got.
Kentucky
outside, ball 1.
Has a ball and a strike on Arcia. I was on a plane when the U.S. women's national team was playing against Sweden.
Yep.
And the entire row of seats that I was in was watching in the seat back television.
Inside, ball 2. So 2-1.
Were you taking a red eye or something?
It was a very early morning flight from Cleveland to Chicago. Yeah.
Because that game was on at like 5 a.m.
It was early. Whew. It was early, and I got a nap in afterwards.
So swung on and popped up on the infield.
Right side, second baseman Danny Mendick is
Mendick makes the play for out number 1
on Arcia for Trevor Gott.
So we're gonna have
game summary from game number 1, sponsored by
Kevin
JP
Pillar.
Morgan Chase, and you look at the numbers.
So
2 bombs for Olsen, 21.
I mean, that's, listen, the game started out, it wasn't that big a deal, 5-0 early, and then they put on the onslaught.
Danny Mendick eventually came in to pitch and gave up enough runs to negatively impact his previously 0 ERA for his career, as Eddie Rosario is going to pinch hit for Pilar. So
Eddie, we got my boy Eddie Money, baby. Eddie Money pitch hitting for Kevin Pilar.
Lead against the Mets.
In there for strike one to Eddie Money.
That's going to throw a lot more sliders.
Eddie.
Fastball sinker.
Come on, Eddie.
And then he'll throw his slider at a high percentage with occasional curveballs and changeups.
Ooh, there was his pitch. He fouls that one off.
One of the really
strike
good
two.
bad ball hitters in Major League Baseball. He kind of just flicked a double down the left field side in game one on a pretty good pitch.
It's amazing. I mean, he could swing at the letters. He'll swing up top. Like he's capable of swinging at that pitch.
So ball one. So 1-2 to count to Eddie.
Twin now.
Come on, Eddie. Swung on. Base hit to left center.
Rosario.
Yes. That's my boy.
It's a 1-out single.
He did him a huge favor there. 2 strikes throwing anything in the strike zone. He's going to get to it. You have.
That's the way to get fired up, baby.
Like he's going to
put it out there in left center.
So if you leave one over the plate like he did right there, you just
great job, Eddie.
Might as well put it on a tee for Rosario.
You know, Brian Snitker's talked about how he likes all the varying
great job, Eddie.
In his bullpen. He's got a sinker ball. He's got a good curveball here, and he can pull on that. But he's also got a bench that can provide him some tools, like Rosario.
Strike one.
Pilar with the defensive replacement.
To Michael Harris. Michael Harris 0 for 2 today, but a foul out and strike out.
It's impressive what Brian Snitker has convinced his team and his young players, like we said, playing all the time and not giving in to any of the narrative that league-wide.
And fires over to first.
Sleep studies and rest and all that. He's got
have Eddie Money
in the right
stay
direction.
At bay.
But you're right, he's got options too.
That's a ball.
Ball. And Eddie Money was a stolen base for Eddie Money.
Playing all those games.
Stolen base.
Ken, you were talking about it in the open. Maybe Chipper Jones has a bit of an impact there?
He might. And I'll be
Eddie with a stolen base.
Chipper during his career played the 3rd most games of any player during that time. Only
Trevor
and A-Rod
Trevor got come set.
And he had that mentality. Freddie Freeman
swung on and fouled out of play. Strike two.
That mentality. Dansby Swanson, last 3 years with the Braves, only missed 2 games. It just kind of has filtered down over the years. And the younger players here are the ones who are now here, Olsen and Albies and Acuna.
So Michael Harris looks on. Well. Trevor got come set. 1 out, runner on second.
It's a
inside ball
to
two and two
over 162 games. Until we've gotten so smart and
That's right.
technology has taken into the game, it's really changed the way people think, and that they have these answers to the studies and the tests and the rest and all the different
Trevor
things.
got come set.
And again,
late swing by Michael Harris for out number 3. For out number 2. Strike 3 for out number 2. Sorry, guys.
Studies has actually increased the injuries.
So we're going to have Ronald Akuma Matata coming up to the plate for the Atlanta Braves.
And they're putting their body through the rigors, obviously the NBA.
You got that right, Alex. We need an insurance run right here.
Things to do, and I agree. We've seen studies on both sides of the ledger.
Let's score in Eddie Money. Come on, Acuna.
Isolate any variable over the course of any
season.
Inside,
ball 1.
We don't know.
We had a big scare the other night with Acuna taking a 97-mile-an-hour fastball off the left elbow right there at the pad. He had to be pulled out of the game. Luckily, the MRI showed negative.
We can see it for one
season. Big swing and foul to the screen. Strike 1.
Manager's office, and the guy
so we got lucky with Acuna.
To be his rest day.
No injury for Acuna, so
7 for his last 14. Does he want to say
Acuna Matata?
Determined and preoccupied with a lot of that.
So Trevor got comes set.
What's going on?
Swung on
the ground to
for Lindor over to first for out number 3.
Leaves it to first to retire to side. The Braves.
So the Braves still lead it 1-0.
For a 1-0 lead.
The Braves strand 1 on base. So that's 4 runners that the Braves have stranded tonight. So yeah. So like I said, guys, thank you for coming into the stream tonight. So But unfortunately, they're going to another commercial break. Unfortunately. That's okay. We'll do it again. Spencer Strider's coming back out. He's already on like 88 pitches or 89 pitches. So he still have a few more pitches. So this will probably be the last outing for Spencer Strider tonight. And then they'll go to the bullpen, of course, and, you know, try to close it out for the rest of the game. So we'll see what happens here. Oh, man. Oh, I hear you, Gene. I hear you. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in tonight. Thank you so much. All right. I have not done So Rare there, Alex. I know that's a fantasy league baseball trading card game that's absolutely free to play online. I haven't really looked into it. I know Robbie Hyde does it. I know Robbie does, and so does Jim Riley from Ballcap Sports. He does it as well. So it might be something to look into in the future. So I mean, like I said, guys, I just got the channel monetized, so it's in steps, guys. I don't want to go too big, and I just literally started this. So here we go. They are coming back from a commercial break, so here we go.
This is from Justin Toscano of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Travis d'Arnaud just celebrating 10 years in the big leagues, 10 years of service time. Former Met, turned Atlanta Brave, originally drafted by the Phillies, actually, so he bounced around quite a bit in the National League East, but a huge milestone for a guy.
It really is. I mean, that's the, you know, when you're playing the game, you're trying to get 10 years in. That's fully vested. There's so many things that come along with that. So good for him, and hopefully he has another 10 more.
400 plus games.
Downstairs, ball two, the bogey box.
As we mentioned, originally drafted by the Phillies. He was traded to the Blue Jays for Roy Halladay in 2009, then went from the Blue Jays to the Mets in the Noah Syndergaard deal. So he was a piece of a couple of huge trades.
2-0 to count. Oh, a nice breaking pitch and a nice slider in there for strike one.
Those are blockbusters.
How good was Roy Halladay?
Man, loved watching him. Golly, what an artist. And if you know his story, he wasn't always that way. He had to go back down and reinvent himself and go through the whole gamut.
Sits there and fouls that one off. Strike two. So 2-2 to count to Bogey.
Angles. Golly, threw a no-hitter in the
playoffs.
Oh, okay.
Postseason game he ever pitched,
cool.
I think.
Yep. That's cool, Alex.
Where'd he go from there?
Strider comes set.
He was
2-2 to count. Nobody on.
Underrated.
Nobody out.
Baseball fans. You would agree.
Downstairs, ball three.
And it's an incredible story if you can.
Oh yeah.
Really.
All right.
Sports Illustrated.
You gotta take.
Documentary on it.
You gotta have a great sense of humor. All right, Laney. So 3-2 to count to Vogelbach.
Back in 2017. Oh boy.
Oh.
Down the line she rolls. Vogelbach with a bocce ball for a base hit.
A bocce ball. Austin Riley was covering towards second, but Riley runs it down, but no play.
Very often.
That's a leadoff infield hit or a single for Vogelbach.
Seems like you could do that anytime you want, doesn't it?
It looks so easy, right? So they're going to pinch run with Ortega, who played center field in game one of the doubleheader.
So runner on first, nobody out. Strider comes set
in this game too. Tying run at first base, and Ortega.
And there's a strike one
from Strider.
You know, the illusion of Olsen being off the bag, cutting the distance. He's not standing on the bag to hold the runner.
Yes, that's right, Alex.
Kind of in the middle.
Vogelbach is a big boy.
Here's A.J. Minter getting loose in the
Strider
Atlanta
comes set. Vientos flies out the right field.
Acuna Jr.
Acuna back to
has
the
drift a
warning
little
track.
bit, and he
Just a
makes the
little
catch
bit
for
for out number one.
So
Yeah, Bogey's a big boy.
Do you let Ortega run here? How do you play this?
Yeah, you have to. He's got it. I mean, he's got to take a bag here. I mean, we've already mentioned how many times it's unlikely to string 2-3 hits together. Although in the 7th inning you got a better chance than you do earlier in the game against Strider. But you have to take the bag.
He's a prime example
on one of these pitches.
of that saying, once you pop the top, you can't stop.
Yep.
It wasn't going there.
Himself, maybe
We
Pringles.
talked about Spencer Strider in his last start.
I don't know
against the
how
Mets.
big Bogey
8
is.
earned runs.
I really
This is
don't.
outstanding comparatively.
Yeah, good adjustment, and really his last outing against Pittsburgh was not great. So
Hey,
good
man.
adjustment from there.
He can still play the game on a professional level.
Yeah.
You know, kudos to him for being
You know,
a big guy
Ortega
like
is in
that
the
and still being able to produce like he does.
20%.
Oh, yeah,
or
no
so
doubt.
Measured speed
Of course,
in
they
the
got
league,
they
but
got somebody
you know,
pinch running
if you
now.
feel like the combo
Yeah.
is one that you are comfortable running against, especially with
Danny
8
Mendick,
and 9
2-0
hitters
to
coming
count.
up.
Strider comes set. Ooh, big high hitter swung on and missed. Strike one.
Mendick swung at it, 2-1. The only real other option speed-wise on the bench would have been Jonathan Arauz for Buck Showalter. As DJ Stewart, the outfielder, and Narvaez, the backup catcher. There's not a ton of speed on that bench.
38 balls with 62
Oh, he got
strikes.
a really good jump and then spun the wheels and went back, and the swing anyway is a fly ball.
And Acuna underneath it. Yep,
Into
I
right
can hear you.
field.
He got uncomfortable.
And that's 2 outs, guys.
Shoot.
Oh,
And he had a
who?
stolen
What?
easy. Wouldn't have mattered because the batter flew out to
Never
right.
mind now.
Oh,
Late.
I
my
wonder if
bad.
Mendick lets this go if he's running.
Dad, at times I've asked you a
It's a
question,
good
you don't
chance,
respond, so
I'm sorry,
I don't
dude.
know.
I'm.
I don't know if my mic
Two
is actually.
right-handers at the
Yeah,
plate.
I didn't hear you.
It's the last
And I
inning for
said, what?
Strider.
I did not hear you.
I should check it.
Yeah. Every now and then it has somewhat of a delay.
Castro, the batter.
So Strider comes set to LaCastro.
Always have to worry about
Fires back
throwing
over
him
to
inside. He had a
first to keep
22
Ortega at
hit
bay.
by pitch season in 2019 with Arizona. In 250 trips to the plate, so like 1 out of every 10 times he got plunked. Oop. Tell you what,
Foul ball.
Strider was willing.
It's strike one to Tim LaCastro.
What do you make of the outing tonight for Strider overall?
Just really, you know, again, first 3 innings, got the leadoff hitter on and struggled with command, but made pitches, got outs. Really only one real
This is the 103rd
run
third pitch for
situation.
Spencer
He was able to
Strider.
throw it.
Swung on and missed. 97 mile an hour fastball. Strike
Fastball
two.
command night, but he's found a way.
What's
You realize that's,
up, CeeLo? What's going on, buddy?
with changes.
Welcome to the
That's
stream.
what you got to do, man.
CeeLo in the house, everybody. CeeLo in the house.
All your great stuff.
0-2 to count. Braves leading it 1-0 in the bottom of the 7th. 2 outs.
Tonight.
Brandon Nemo 2 for 2 tonight. He's on deck. Spencer on his 104th pitch of the
6 swings and
game.
misses on the fastball.
Strider comes
10
set.
off the slider, and that one is
Ooh, just
away with a fastball.
outside for ball one. That could have went either way, guys. That could have went either way there.
Brian Snitker, Rick Kranitz watching over pitch number 105 for
So Strider comes set.
Swing
Swung on and missed. Strike three. 5
Ends the
strikeout.
7th inning for the Mets.
5
Strider,
Ks.
7 shutout for Atlanta in New York City.
Hell yeah,
Five.
baby.
Yeah, 5 Ks in the chat, everybody. So 5 Ks in the chat for Spencer Strider. So, yes. Yep. So, yeah, guys, I changed up the music tonight. I figured I'd bring in a little different kind of music tonight. Changed up the playlist a little bit. Hopefully, you guys like the music a little bit. Also, more importantly, guys, if you like what you're seeing here, we're 5 likes away from the 20-like goal. 5 likes away. And the Braves lead it 1-0. We go to the top of the 8th. That's probably going to be Spencer Strider's last outing that we see tonight. He was already up to 105 pitches. So his night is probably done. A hell of a lot better outing this go around than the damn Pirates outing where he only went 3 innings and the Pirates put on 5 runs against Spencer Strider. So we'll see. I think that would be Strider's last outing, I would think. So we'll see who the Braves call up in the bottom of the 8th. So we're going to have Ozzie Albies, Austin Riley, and Matt Olson due up for Atlanta. And yes, CeeLo, Matt Olson is now the new home run leader of Major League Baseball. He passed Shohei Ohtani today in Game 1 of the doubleheader with 2 home runs, hitting number 41 and number 42 today, and he takes the lead. Yes, that's right. 31-3 in 25 innings. Correct. Huge. And just think, Steve Cohen spent $530-something million before the start of the season and said that they were going to go straight to the World Series, getting Justin Verlander and Max Scherzer. Well, they did a big belly flop. Like, big belly flop. So, the Mets traded.
It's that easy. Then the schedule.
I guess Matt Scherzer went to the Texas Rangers, and then Justin Verlander went back to the Houston Astros. And the Mets had to send.
It is a big series.
Had to send Houston Astros $89 million for Justin Verlander.
Time and desperation for what the New York Yankees
between both pitchers of Scherzer and Verlander, the Mets had to send out $89 million.
Here's Drew Smith pitching for the Mets now. It's a 4-game deficit for the Yankees in the AL wild card. Toronto's lost 3 in a row. Seattle now is the 3rd wild card. They've won 8 straight after trading Paul Sewald.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Frank the Tank, yeah.
I was waiting for Seattle to see what kind
he's
of
funny, though. I mean, literally, he's funny to watch.
Having a hard time scoring.
I mean,
tremendous starting pitching.
I know he gets into his baseball, and I know he gets overly amped, but he's funny as hell to watch.
2 strikes on Albies. Drew Smith, a lot of
outside.
That one.
Ball 1.
This is just outside. Ball 2.
So 1 and 2 to count to Ozzie Albies.
Baltimore went through the heavyweight part of their schedule. Had a heavyweight fight with the Houston Astros, of course, after getting Justin Verlander.
So Drew Smith looks in, looks on.
Took care of business.
1 and 2 to count.
Ooh, that clipped him.
That clipped Ozzie Albies. That hit the right pinky.
Get him in the finger there. I mean, he reached for his pinky finger. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, right at the end. You just hope that.
Right at the end of the pinky. Right here, guys. That ball hit him right here in the right pinky, and that pinky just
that little finger's not supposed to move like that. It's interesting the way he has it in the first place, right? On the bat.
Ouch. That's right, Barstool Frank.
Atlanta's had the leadoff man on tonight.
So we're going to have Austin Riley up to bat for Atlanta. MVP. Takes ball upstairs, ball 1.
If you look at where Ozzie Albies holds his hand on the bat, that pinky's sort of dangling.
Yeah, you know, some guys will have that last part of their finger off the knob.
So Austin Riley swung on and fouled that one out of play. Strike 1.
Knob on his bat.
That's right.
Just a unique.
So we're 4 likes away from the 20-like goal, guys. 4 likes away.
That was like the loudest crash of a foul ball I've heard in a long time.
Braves lead it 1-0 in the top of the 8th. Austin Riley, the count's 1-1. Runner on first, nobody out. Swung on, up the middle, base hit. And it's Skip. Ozzie Albies turns for third. And on the blooper. Ozzie, safe. Braves now lead it 2-0.
Well, Ron Washington does an incredible job as the third base coach.
Wow, Ron Washington never slowed down Ozzie Albies. It took a wicked hop to the outfield.
And that's all it took. I mean, this is happening in reaction time. Albies sees he can get.
And Nemo or LaCastro does not scoop the ball up. And Ozzie just turns and burns from second and just never looks back. Just kept going.
You're on the opposite side of it like the Mets have been.
All right, Braves now lead it 2-0. And we got Matty O, home run leader. Takes ball one. Come on, Matty O.
And it would have been very easily for him to be conservative with no outs.
Just like CeeLo said.
But that's not.
We now outscored them
aggressive.
33-3.
And they preach over there.
Swing and a miss.
Bases,
Strike one.
Little things. Obviously, he does a great job with the infield.
So 1-1 to count to Matt Olson.
Third base coach is not for everybody.
Yeah, that's right there, CeeLo. That's correct.
Chances.
And you have to be ready with the scouting report on arms as well.
Woo!
This
down the line. Oh, just hooked foul. He hit number 42 the opposite direction today in the rain.
E8, so 2 errors on the play.
E8, 2 errors on the play for the Mets. Wow.
I'd be surprised if they don't change that one, but
2 errors on the night for the Mets.
To pick that ball up and at the.
So 1-2 to count to Matt Olson.
1-2.
Outside, ball 2. He's still nobody out, guys.
Talking about for Mendick at second.
I mean, I don't know what you expect. That is just such a wicked short hop. I mean, I don't know if that's like people think that that's an everyday play that should be made all the time.
Upstairs, ball 3. 3-2 to count to Matt Olson.
This year about the hit versus error decisions going hit more often than they have in the past.
Yeah. I mean, there are just some plays.
Remember, 4 likes away from 20-like goal, guys. 4 likes away.
Play, it's considered great. If you don't make that play,
so Smith comes set to Olson. Outside, ball 4.
The Braves
nobody out. We got runners on first and second. So Matt Olson, that's the last time we'll see Matt Olson tonight. But did get a.
And here is the winner. Randy Arozarena pokes one into right.
Oh, Randy Arozarena got a walk-off single. And they win 6-5 over the Cleveland Guardians
in the division.
In Tampa Bay.
He doesn't talk about this, but we're doing the game from the Kevin Burkhardt broadcast suite.
Yes, we are.
Here at Citi Field.
I saw a picture of back in the day of him interviewing me.
Is that right?
I think I did there, Gene.
Yeah.
What was the comment?
Great.
Look how he's turned out.
I know. Our little boy.
Watches the go. Not that kind, Mav. Don't. Oh, okay. Ha! I hear you, Gene.
4 days, if you ask him.
More than calling the Super Bowl.
I got it now. Sorry I missed it, buddy.
The only problem is he got that hole.
Like I said, the chat does go a little bit quick, so.
Is that not the worst?
Oh no.
Oh, Alex is calling his shot, guys. He's calling his shot. Ozuna calling his shot for Ozuna. Gonna be
heartbreaking.
A homer. He's calling it. But we have D-Train coming up to bat for Atlanta.
2 on, nobody out, and that's up and in.
Ooh, up and in. D-Train on the ground. Ball 1. All right, Drew Smith, you better watch it, buddy.
Our statistician, you have 11 career holes in one.
That is correct.
He keeps that.
D-Train's got a wicked right hook.
Because his son
you better watch it.
First hole in one, and his son is hooked on golf.
He's not afraid to come charge that mound.
He just happened to ask me, hoping that I would say like none. And then his son could have a one-up something on me. You know? It didn't work out.
Yes, I finally seen it there, Gene.
Amazing.
Nobody out. Runners on first and second. Outside, ball 2. So 2-0 to count. Oh, I hear you, Matthew. Yep.
2 on, nobody out.
Popped up.
That's in the air. First
That's in the
base
air.
side. Pete Alonso makes a catch.
Makes the catch for out number 1.
You know, generally how it works in television is the play-by-play person selects the statistician, but I thought maybe that you had made a play for Ed and somehow you guys were exchanging stats about your history, and I've been cut out of the deal. We will all be at Mets Cardinals coming up on Thursday.
All right, Alex, you called your shot. Marcell Ozuna.
Well, Ed may make
we'll see.
One down.
I don't think Ed's
outside, ball 1.
Vicariously through his
So Alex, everybody is calling his shot that Marcell Ozuna hits a home run. He's calling his shot.
1-0 for Ozuna. Check swing.
Check swing inside, ball 2.
That yes, you hold him for 1 run in the first 5 innings, 6 innings. At some point, you just always feel like they're going to break through.
Well, and look, the reason they are having an epic year is they literally have done a good job cutting down strikeouts.
That's foul and out of play. Strike 1.
In a rotation and go out against elite pitching, and it was showing itself.
Welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome to the stream.
You're not going to. It's hard. I mean, you're not going to run the table offensively.
Oh yeah,
without
I know, right, Gene?
Some great pitching. So that ability to steal a run, score without just hitting a home run, which they've proven they can do.
Saw Kevin Seitzer, the hitting coach,
on the outside corner, strike 2. Ozuna did not like the call. All right, Ozuna.
Ozuna has loved the strike zone tonight.
No.
There's Seitzer, the former Brewer, among others. This team pulls the ball as much as anybody in Major League Baseball.
So 2-2 to count.
Payoff on it.
Swung on. Hit high and deep. Off the wall. That is a double. 1 run scores. 2 run scores. A 2-run RBI double for Marcell Ozuna. Braves now lead it 4-0.
He's got one of the prettiest swings when he keeps.
It may not have been a home run, Alex, but you called your shot. It bounced off the wall.
I mean,
we'll take it.
As pretty of a swing as it gets.
Yes.
When you can keep that bat in the zone that way and keep it flat, that is classic.
We'll take it. We'll take it. So now, what was that?
3 runs in the inning on.
What was that, CeeLo? You said we were up
in the bullpen against the relentless Braves.
31-3 on them. I think
I am an investigator.
we scored in and made it 32.
You ever prosecute a company as big as Purdue Pharma?
So that made it 32 runs to 3 over the Mets. And then now we just scored in 2 more runs. So that makes it 34-3 in run differential. Absolutely. Braves are killing it. Wow. That's right. Hands down there, Gene. That's right. That's right. Like I said, they don't want no part of Matt Olson. So, oh yeah. Yeah, the game today in game 1, demoralizing. 21-3. How do you respond to that? When you get a shellacking like that, how do you respond to that? Like, I played baseball when I was a kid. And one day my team got shellacked. And we had to play another game 2 hours later. And we couldn't play. So, all right, Gene, I'll read the rest of it here. Let me scroll up. Oh, yeah. Like I said, Gene, I'll be surprised, too, if they don't win it all. The Braves are playing great ball this year. I mean, who would have thought that the Braves would come out hot like this and stay hot all year? So, kudos to the coach and the coaching staff with Snicker, Walt Weiss, Seitzer, Ron Washington, everybody on the Atlanta Braves organization, Alex Anthopoulos for getting the right players at the right time, getting the Sean Murphy trade. You know, yeah, we gave up a few players to get that trade done, but it's benefited, though. We have benefited for every trade that Alex Anthopoulos has done this season. So I wasn't surprised that they didn't do too much during the trade deadline. Yes, they went and got Pierce Johnson, Tyler Hearn, but then they sent Tyler Hearn to the Kansas City Royals for the Nicky Lopez and got Brad Hand. So, and Nicky Lopez had a hell of a game one today in the doubleheader, hitting 5 RBIs on the day. I mean, you can't ask for better. I mean, the Braves are stacked.
It's a long day for these two gentlemen.
So,
he came here, of course, and Braves announcers Jeff Francoeur and Brandon.
So yeah, the Braves are stacked, guys. Like literally,
make their plane trip, and head back home because they're off.
So 1-1 to count to Orlando Arcia.
They're still in the plane.
That's right, Kenneth. We do have another game. That's correct.
LaGuardia?
No, in the plane, in the air.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Finally got in the air.
Swung on. Line drive to left field for out number 2.
I thought you were going to say they were still on the ground.
Well, they were on the ground for a long time. And you're glad to get home, I'm sure.
Well, they're glad for the way the series went as well. 32-3.
But like I said, everybody, the Braves do not get the credit.
The
Braves do not get credit. They've always been
he was an Iron Man himself
hated.
when he played 06, 07.
And when they're playing so good this year, they're still getting a little hated.
Times this year.
Ooh, my boy, big swing and a miss. Eddie Money Rosario, strike 1.
162.
He's worked his way up to that position.
He has. Well, they're great, by the way.
There is, Alex, but it takes a lot of money for the buyout clause.
I love Frenchie as well.
First base, Pete Alonso pitches over to Bickford, and that's out number 3. Without that being said, Marcel with the stand-up 2 RBI double. Braves now lead it 4-0. And we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, guys. Bottom of the 8th inning, Braves lead it 4-0. Huge. Well, I will tell you this much there, 3 Sport. I really do think it's going to come down what team who wants it more. I will put it this way. Between the NL side and the AL side, the Phillies are playing great ball. Braves are playing great ball because they lead the NL East. But the Tampa Bay Rays, they were leading the AL East for the longest part of the season, for quarter of the season this year. And all of a sudden, they lost 4, 5, 6, 7 games straight. Then Baltimore came storming back, and right now Baltimore leads that series, leads the standings. But Tampa Bay won it in a walk-off fashion with Randy Arozarena hitting a walk-off single. So right now, Baltimore still has a tiebreaker with less losses, but Tampa Bay's tied Baltimore at 71 wins apiece. But Tampa Bay's still 1.5 games back, but Tampa Bay's still plus 6 games on the wild card. So it's whoever wants it more. Like literally, who wants it more? But if it came down to it, you're probably going to be looking at either the Atlanta Braves and during the postseason, they're going to get the first round bye because they're leading the National League East. Then you're going to have the wild card teams, which would probably be either Philadelphia and Miami playing in the wild card game, and we'll see who wins that. And then they play the Atlanta Braves in the first round after the first round bye is over with. So if it comes down to it, we could possibly see Jorge Soler playing with the Miami Marlins, playing against his old team. So who knows? We'll see. So here we go. We got AJ Minter on the mound for Atlanta.
Injury. It's a huge left
So
hand.
Brandon Nemo up to bat, takes strike 1 right down the heart of the plate.
I mean, when you talk about strikeout rate, he's top 10.
I haven't really watched much Mariners there, Alex. I really don't keep up with them too much.
Change up. Brandon,
So Brandon Nimmo 2 for 2 today.
2 for 2 against Strider.
Downstairs, ball 1.
With a walk in there as well.
Welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Oh, sweet.
Strider tonight, 18 swings
and
misses, which ends up being.
Matter of fact, I can do that right now while we're sitting
swing
here.
And miss starts for his season, but it got him longer.
Yeah,
I'll check it out there, CeeLo.
I thought he did a great job being able to navigate that and get outs, right? Again, it goes back to that false sense of security. It's such a luxury to throw the ball right down the middle and have guys swing and miss. It doesn't happen a lot in this league. You mentioned the variety.
Out and out of play, strike 2.
In the middle of the strike zone versus everywhere else. And
Spencer Strider, 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, no earned run, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts. 6 strikeouts for Spencer Strider tonight.
When you need to.
Better outing than last time.
7 scoreless. Brandon Nimmo actually is one of 2 guys with multiple home runs against Strider in his career. The other one is Adolis Garcia, the sensational outfielder for the Texas Rangers. He's given up 26 in his career, 2 to Nimmo.
Where's it at there, CeeLo?
That's slashed down the left field
That's
line.
flash fine, foul. We'll do it again, 3-2 to count. I'm trying to find it.
Let's Go Mets still resonating through the ballpark. They'd love to make life difficult on the Braves in the final 6 outs tonight.
Swung on and fouled out of play again. We'll do it again. Oh, Braves shot? Okay.
3-2 on Brandon Nimmo.
In a weird way, it's similar to a right-handed.
I can't see a Braves chat.
Craig Kimbrell. The way
I don't see it either.
About it, you know.
I don't think we're a part of that group.
No.
The way he kind of coils.
I don't see it anywhere.
Let me look real close again.
No, I'm not part of that group
3-2,
either.
Fouled away.
Fouled away. We'll do it
This
again.
Atlanta bullpen, third best relief
no
ERA
Braves.
in Major League Baseball, Ken.
No Braves
It's a little
chat.
surprising, right, Jason? They lack big-name relievers, but they lead the National League.
Yeah, I don't see it anywhere.
And what club officials like about this group is its diversity. All the different looks.
So A.J. Minter comes set, 3-2 to count.
We have a violation here, Ken. It's ball 4. It would have been a strike, but Nimmo gets a violation against Minter, so it's a leadoff walk. You were saying, Ken?
What?
So I was saying, once Dylan Lee returns, they'll have 3 left.
Wait, no.
Minter, Brad Hand,
They said Nimmo got the violation. It would have been strike 3, but then they sent Nimmo down to first.
Of course, the closer, Grayson Iglesias, has a dominant
Oh, you know
changeup.
what?
So they have lots of options. They're in a good
Probably
place
in
with
a
their
chat.
bullpen.
Forgot that they added.
It's great detail on that arsenal. You have something for every type
I'm
of
looking at the chat there, CeeLo.
Getting healthy.
And I don't see it.
I'm telling
I
you
don't.
something.
I don't even know how to
Well,
get
we
into
just
it.
saw something that should not be happening.
Violation still
Should
in August.
not be happening. I would think that every team come.
I see your
postseason
channel, CeeLo,
would have a meeting.
but
saying,
I don't
"This
see.
cannot happen."
I see sports chat.
I mean, it should have stopped by All-Star break.
I see urban
But
chat.
This can never happen in the postseason. That's how precious
Sports
everything
talk.
is, and every pitch, and every. Just can't give that away. Just can't.
Sports
No,
talk.
and frankly, by that look you just saw, we know the catcher can see it. The pitcher
I don't
can
see the
it
Braves
on
chat
the
at all.
ribbon board basically on that brick wall behind home plate. There's another pitch timer there. That's the one he's looking at.
Right.
It's right in his field of vision, but it's also catchers can call time if they see it happening. So the onus is on the pitcher, but catchers can help.
And that might have been the conversation that Travis was having with the umpires. Thinking aloud, like I was trying to call timeout, and you didn't grant it. Maybe,
yeah,
you know, maybe that was the conversation. But at this point in the season, it just can't.
Oh, I don't know about the new Discord.
Oh, I see.
Oh, hit high and deep. Center field. At the warning track. Makes the play for out number 1.
Now nonchalant that knew he had it the whole way.
That's why. Okay, I'm looking at the.
He knew it.
I'm looking at the Discord that we've been. Okay, all right, we'll take a look at it there. CeeLo. I'll take a look at it.
The timer.
Yeah, CeeLo just sent me a message on Twitter there.
Okay, I'll grant you that. Not 3-2. Not decision time.
So I'll check it out here momentarily.
Now that's where I would say your level of focus might change as a pitcher, just as somebody who hasn't done it. Does that happen where you're 3-2, you're so locked in on the batter you forget about your surroundings?
Yeah, but not at this time of the year when it's.
Throw it again. Okay, nice.
So many things coming out of spring.
Nice.
It just can't happen this time of the year. But yeah, I mean, you get it every once in a while. I get that.
Yeah, that was good, man.
Ed's Feeder reminds
looks real good.
He's had all 5 mound visits left as well. I mean,
let's see if I can.
There's the ability to call time. And
all right, guys.
We've seen it from some.
Let's see if my camera can pick it up.
Postseason, but when we get to the playoffs, there they are, and their mound visits remaining. The old MVR, which has been installed in baseball.
There we go.
If we see it in the postseason,
cool shirt,
it's not
man.
Major League Baseball's fault.
Right.
Matter of fact,
so if
Bud,
says,
I'll,
how can you possibly have that decide a game?
Bear with me here.
Yeah.
It's not true.
Good.
It is
good
not.
contrast.
Just don't do it.
Yeah. There you go. I sent you a message as well.
1 and 2 on Pete Alonso.
Looks real good, man. Pete Alonso, big rip, foul ball.
Nasty kicks off the sidewall here for the ball people. We saw one that ended up in right center off that post area down the first base line in the first game. Here steps in.
And you wonder, now great decision putting up the netting. I know a lot of people at first were like, I don't know if that's a good idea. Just fan.
So Minter 1 and 2 to count, 1 out, runner on first.
Never has before.
Swing and a miss, off speed away, strike 3.
Swing and a miss for the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Strike 3, 2 outs. 2 outs, guys, 2 outs. You guys got one more out.
That is.
One more out to the bottom of the 8th inning.
That is the off-speed pitch he needs. He's going to complement his fastball and have that change.
That's right. It's a chat program there, Alex. We all get to hang out and chit chat and have fun.
Was nothing for 3.
In there, strike 1 to Jeff McNeil.
About the different styles of hitting, and Alonso's
mad. Polar Bear's smacking his helmet against the bench. He's trying to break his helmet.
You know the feeling.
Yep.
Right field side.
Right field.
Drops in. Toward the right field line, and they're going to hold.
They're going to hold Nimmo at third and McDill with a double. 2 outs.
That's the right call, right?
Yep.
I don't mind that. You can go right ahead there, buddy.
Hitting by McNeil, choking up and not getting the barrel to the ball, but getting jammed.
I don't have a problem with it at all. Matter of fact, we all share the love around here, helping other streamers out as well. So, I mean, yeah, you can drop your link in the chat there, CeeLo.
Over at third, decided to hold Nimmo, and now a conversation.
You've been a big help for bringing in subscribers for me. So we got Rick Kranitz out there on the mound talking with AJ Minter and D Train. So. So we'll see what happens here with this game. So the Mets are threatening to score in a run. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 8th with 2 outs, guys. 2 outs. So
penalty kicks everywhere.
So we got Francisco Alvarez coming up to the plate for the New York Mets.
Has gone on so far.
So 2 on here, 2 out.
So Minter comes set.
AJ Minter's first pitch.
In there for strike 1.
Nice soft catch by d'Arnaud. The young Mets catcher Alvarez looking for a big hit
So Minter comes set.
And live in this crowd.
Downstairs, ball one. Nice save by D-Train.
1-1
to count, 2 outs.
I mean, to this point,
yeah, I agree there, Gene.
By Vogelbach. I mean, the Mets have been pretty much shut down by the Atlanta Braves pitchers.
I agree.
Oh, yeah, grand total of 4 hits tonight for the Mets.
So Minter comes set. Outside, ball 2.
2-1.
So 2-1. Remember, guys, we're 3 likes away. 3 likes away from the 20-like goal. You have not hit that like button. Smash that like button, guys.
Braves have pitched
Minter comes set. 2-1 to count. 2 outs. Runners on second and third.
That's
outside. Ball 3.
On Alvarez.
I tell you what, I've been impressed by Alvarez. He has a really aggressive approach, but tonight, I mean, facing Strider, very patient so far here, very patient.
We got G.I. Joe warming up in the bullpen for Atlanta. G.I. Joe has been lights out
3-1 to Alvarez.
for Atlanta. Minter comes set. Down the heart of the plate, strike 2. Full boat, 2 outs, guys. Runners on second and third. This is for all the marbles right here. Come on, AJ. Original night crew member. Get it in there. Come on, AJ.
Jonathan Arauz.
Francisco Alvarez calls timeout.
Likely to pinch hit for Ortega.
Come on. That's right, Gene.
Nimmo at third, McNeil at
Come on, AJ. AJ comes set, 3-2 to count, 2 outs.
3-2.
Swung on. On the ground. Riley fires over to first. Out number 3. No run scored by the New York Mets. And we still lead it 4-0. That is the bottom of the 8th, guys.
Ooh, yeah.
So remember, guys, I'm going to give you guys a few more seconds. I'll give you guys another 20-25 seconds to get you guys' votes in for the chat poll if you haven't already done so. Go ahead and make your way to do that now. So you guys got a few more seconds. You guys got about 15 seconds. That's great pitching right there at its finest. Getting the out for out number 3 where the Mets don't score a run. So Mets have stranded so many runners on base in the first game 1 of the doubleheader and tonight. So Mets do not capitalize. Braves do. Braves still lead at 4-0. All right, guys. Thank you so much for all the chat votes that you guys done tonight. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here. All right, guys. You guys voted. You guys got the Atlanta Braves winning 90% over New York Mets 9%. Thanks for all the votes. For 21 votes casted. So, like I said, guys, we have CeeLo on the channel as well. He does Braves baseball just like we do. Also, more importantly, he also does hockey when hockey's in session. And also, more importantly, he does NASCAR streams as well. If you want to check out his channel is linked in the description below under On The Go with CeeLo. Also, more importantly, my buddy, my co-host, GB from Klein HBS C Sports Network. His channels are linked in the description below. But more importantly, guys, my buddy outside of here, a great friend, my buddy Wesley from Doghouse Grub, guys. He's actively trying to get his new YouTube page off the ground. I'm trying to help him out. He does backyard grilling. He does ribs, brisket, you name it, chicken, deer meat. Everything he cooks, guys, is absolutely excellent. So here we go. They're coming back from a commercial break.
First pitch of the 9th inning to the
and Michael Harris takes ball 1. So remember, that is Doghouse Grub. The channel is linked in the description below. And also, more importantly, Goose Sports He also
we were
does
talking earlier about,
baseball, football
the Mets and the
streams,
decision and all the things,
and he also does his his videos as well. So go over there and check out those great streamers.
After
and tell them Mav sent you guys.
And it can't be any worse.
So,
the record that is
1-1.
They lost again today.
Outside.
The Angels are
strike 2 to Michael Harris.
They're not going to win the
1-2
West, but they're
count.
6.5 back in the wild card.
They went from just right there, pulling the right moves, so to speak, because of what they were trying to do, and everyone was talking about should they trade Ohtani, this, and that.
Oh, welcome in there, Lucas.
Ground ball to first base. Pete Alonso scoops it up.
Alonso scoops it up for out number 1.
You can do a lot of right things, and the results.
Welcome to the stream, Lucas.
Well, you can also make. The
That's right, Lucas. We're wanting the Braves to win. That's correct.
Could be a little later now.
I kind of like it the way it is. You know why? Because this is the one thing, my beef with it was for the longest time is you put your roster together and you do all that work in the
Well,
offseason,
something new there, Alex. You might get into it.
September 1.
If you check out CeeLo's channel, he does Sunday NASCAR, so
and it was affecting
it might be something fun for you to watch and get into. And he does have redeemable points. He has redeemed shots as well, which I haven't got those implemented on the channel yet. So, woo, Kuma Matata, Acuna Jr. big swing and a miss, strike 1. So 1-1 to count.
Is you see the Angels 2-9 since the deadline. That's been a disaster.
Oh, okay.
The Diamondbacks still haven't won.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, you're over there in the over the pond. Hey, we got Ireland checking in, everybody. We got Ireland checking in.
Final 2 months.
That is correct.
Yeah, glad to have somebody over there over the pond checking in on the stream.
Just the way it shakes out.
Glad to have you there, Alex.
That every year.
So 2-1 to count to Acuna Jr.
Future with a very disparate schedule.
Yeah.
Later in the year.
Oh, this first place ump is screwy. He's getting out of the way, and he said he went around. What a crock of crap.
On July 30th or 31st.
These damn umps need to get their eyes checked.
2 weeks later. At the
So
same
2-2 to count to Acuna.
From a fan's perspective, it's much more dramatic.
Inside, ball 3, so 3-2 to count.
6 weeks left.
Yeah, that's
so. That to me is part of why we love the deadline so much, because the action happens and it's meaningful. It would be less meaningful if it was later.
Yeah, I totally agree. And that's again, which
Acuna fouls that one off. We'll do it again, 3-2.
You want what's happening on the field right now. Action, game time's going down, got excitement again. And you want teams.
So 3-2 to count, 1 out.
In,
Bickford,
out, right?
Bickford
this
comes set.
Kind of analytic philosophy is
downstairs, ball 4. That should be ball 4, Acuna.
Very close pitch, by the way. I mean, if
that is ball 4.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
And Acuna just standing there like,
the Mariners.
Let me adjust my gloves. That's ball 4, buddy. Take your base.
They're 8-1. They have the longest win streak in baseball.
So who's hot right now? Dodgers 10-1, Texas Rangers 9-1, Mariners 8-1, and who's not? Diamondbacks 0-9.
And if we are, let's go.
Yep.
If we're not,
so Acuna is finally on base.
And the other question is, can we be and will?
What's up with this home plate ump? That ball was way outside. He calls it for a strike. On Ozzy Albies.
And I just think last year's a perfect example of a team.
Therefore, comes set. Swung on. Hit high. Hit deep. Going. Gone to the triple dig. Triple dig, baby. 28th homer for Ozzy Albies. Braves now lead at 6-0. Top of the ninth. Yes. That's how many runs now?
Just him closer to 30.
That's 40-3. Scoring in what? 3 games against the New York Mets.
What I was going to say is,
guess what?
Example of the Philadelphia Phillies.
We going. We going to the postseason.
Hey, we just got in.
Come on, baby.
2 away from winning the World Series. Right? It can happen. It's not protocol for every team to get hot at the right time.
Woo!
You check into the dance, and you got your team in a position.
That's right. That's right, CeeLo.
if you don't feel like you have a great
I love it, man.
place.
I love it when the Braves player hits a home run on the stream. It gets me going. It gets me fired up.
Whatever this year is.
I know we try to play small ball too, but I like it when the Braves player hits a home run.
That home run.
And I finally got to see one that Matt Olson hit on the stream the other night. That was awesome.
Open stance,
but
ball middle in.
That ball was not missed by Ozzy Albies and hits it to the triple deck, to the third deck, gone.
25 or more home runs already.
So Riley takes strike number 2, so 1 and 2 to count, 1 out.
Been done. Or is 35 the mark? 35
yeah,
might be the mark.
Yeah, CeeLo, you can you can throw your link in the channel. Outside, ball 2, so 2 and 2 to count.
Record of the 2019 Twins.
Oh, so we're actually going to get to see Matt Olson one more time tonight. I didn't think we were going to see him again.
But this Atlanta team, I mean, their 9-hitter has
so 2 and 2 to count to Riley. Swung on and missed strike 3. 2 outs, guys. 2 outs.
From Bickford.
So we're going to have Matt Olson coming up to the plate for Atlanta.
They hit 6 in game number 1. This one they just added 225 home runs now with the one that Albies just hit, on pace for
225 home runs for the Atlanta Braves. 3+ home runs in 30% of the games. 14 games with back-to-back homers. Most in the Major League Baseball.
It's like in the high 70%, low 80% range when you hit 3
and Olson swung on and hit the left field for out number 3.
What's the record? 307, right?
Yep.
So they're
307.
They're at 225.
Yep.
They're 75, 80, 82. 82 home run, tying it. 83 breaking.
Yep. Exactly. So there you have it, guys. That ends the top of the ninth. And the Braves still lead at 6-0. So the Braves are going to come in and do the shutout. Mets are down to their last 3 outs, guys. Last 3 outs. Let's see if we can squeeze 3 more likes for the stream. 3 more likes. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, hit that like button. We might get a little bit more massive influx that normally happens towards the end of the stream. We'll get a little massive influx of people. And then they'll hit the like button. So remember, smash that like button, guys. Absolutely free. I would love to have you on the channel. Would love to have you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. More importantly, we did have a chat poll. You guys had the Braves winning this game. 90% over 9% over the New York Mets before the Ozzy Albies home run. With that home run, that's a sure win. So, but we still got 3 more outs to get before the end of the game. And that would be 3 games, 3-0 on this 4-game series. So we'll see what happens, guys. I know today was game 1 of the doubleheader, but the Braves won that game. They won the game last night, and they're on their way to win tonight's game. So that will be up on the Mets 3-0. So we'll see what happens. Still got 3 more outs. Never say never. Like today in the first game of the doubleheader, Braves scored 8 runs in the top of the ninth. So it can happen, guys. You just never know. But thank you for tuning in tonight, guys. Thank you so much for everything. Laney, thank you for the super chat tonight. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you. Really means a lot, guys. You guys are my YouTube family. So, all right. So it looks like they're going to be coming back from a commercial break here momentarily. We'll go ahead and get that plugged in here momentarily. So bear with me. There they are. All right. So we're going to have
the Braves, 27
here we go.
runs, 29 hits, 7 home runs.
We got G.I. Oh, no. We got Rocio Iglesias. We got Iglesias, the Atlanta closer in there.
Raisel Iglesias through
throws
3
ball
straight
1
days in Pittsburgh, the 7th, 8th, and 9th this past week.
Ooh, swung on and miss. Strike 1. So 1-1 to count.
Yeah, it's always a tricky thing for clubs and managers to try to figure out, when do I give my guy work? When do I give him rest?
Downstairs, ball 2.
That way where it's guaranteed that
to Rafael Ortega. 2-1 to Ortega.
Into 3 in a row. And of course, they try to never use a closer 3 or 4 games in a row if they can avoid it.
And there for strike 2, so 2-2 to count.
I'm always.
So Iglesias coming in for the save, guys.
Go away, the innings limits go away. All the things go away in the most risky time of the year.
And foul ball. We'll do it again. 2-2 to count.
Yeah, clearly, it really becomes a different sport.
Yes.
And I do wonder.
Yeah, Alex.
You and Ken think about.
Yeah, you're
this.
more than welcome to come on in anytime you want there, bud.
In the postseason, especially if you're playing a team like Cincinnati or Arizona or a team.
Glad that you found the stream.
You have to.
Do you have
so 2-2 to count.
They do.
Out on the outside corner, strike 3. 1 out, guys. 1 out. 2 outs away from the end of the game. On the outside corner.
We're going to see more action on the bases, just as we have seen it during the regular season, and especially maybe against relievers that are not accustomed to holding runners. We could see more stolen base attempts than we're accustomed to in October.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the vulnerable area.
So we're going to have
relievers.
Mark Vientos takes ball 1 downstairs.
Plate and in fast. I mean, they're trying to throw stuff and get hitters out. You have.
That's right. K's in the chat, guys. 1K for Iglesias.
Eno Saris had a story in The Athletic the other day that I thought was fascinating. And his number that he presented, especially this is about stealing third base specifically.
So Iglesias comes set, swung on, base hit over the head of Arcia. That's a 1 out single. So we're possibly in a double play mode right now.
Pickoffs.
We get a ground ball.
Just under every 2 pickoffs.
It's a timing play and it's hard.
Yeah, it's basically.
We get a double play right here. Game's over.
A free base now, stealing third.
No doubt. And there's shifts and third basemen play away from the bag. And once you get away from that fear
we got
factor,
Omar Narvaez.
No, take it.
219 average, 1 homer, 5 ribbies in 27 games.
Third baseman to get over.
So Iglesias comes set downstairs, and, ball 1.
Make 2 perfect things happen.
I just wonder how aggressive managers will be, or will that old, like, don't make the first out at third base thing start to.
All right, here we go. Iglesias comes set.
Whoever's playing
downstairs, ball 2. Oh, come on.
Nothing to lose, and you better
come on, Iglesias.
You better take all kinds of chances. You're playing the Atlanta Braves. You better take every base you can. You better do the things you have to do. Otherwise, if you don't, there's a reason why they had.
So Iglesias comes set
in baseball.
Omar Narvaez a ground ball.
Swung on, a ground ball, foul, strike 1. So 2-1. Runner on first.
They're 11th in Major League Baseball in steals coming into today. It's not like the Braves are just, mashers out there. They run, and Acuna's a big part of that, obviously.
No doubt.
2-1.
Iglesias come. Ooh, outside, ball 3.
He went off speed.
The undertone of some of the things that don't get talked about is, even if you don't steal, but there's the threat of steal, it puts pressure on that pitcher to the batter that's at the plate, and that's the carryover effect the Braves have such a luxury of.
Oh, Omar Narvaez.
Right field, Acuna
broken bat,
charge,
and Acuna makes the play for out number 2.
So many runs in the first inning.
Mets are down to their final out, guys. Final out.
He steals second, might steal third, and they score, and they jump on the team right away because offensively they're built.
2 outs, guys. 2 outs.
Top 4 to do their thing, especially when Acuna gets on.
DJ Stewart's going to pinch hit. I said it off the top of the show, but
DJ Stewart,
fascinating to me
pitch hitting,
that Ronald Acuna Jr. already has the Braves record in a single season for runs in the first inning, and it's the 2nd week of August.
Yep.
Swung on and missed, strike 1.
You're surprised they don't score in the first than you are that they score 4 or 5 times in a week in the first.
I mean, Brian Snitker's talked about it, that sometimes he'll turn to guys in the dugout and say, like, can you believe
outside, ball 1, so 1-1 to count.
I think the game's like, the Angels acquire a starting pitcher that's pretty darn good in Giolito.
So Iglesias comes set, swung on and missed, strike 2. 1-2 to count, guys.
It's just like that.
Mets are down to their final strike, final out, guys. Here we go.
The starting pitching.
Come on, baby. Come on, Iglesias.
Acuna's ready to cue up.
Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Braves win. Braves win.
11th of the year, the Mets have been shut
2 Ks in a chat for Iglesias.
And Spencer
Braves
Strider
win.
was outstanding tonight.
He was. The team is
Thank
in
you,
a roll.
Gene.
They had a little rough stretch in
I
their
just
road
sat here and looked
so
pretty.
far. They've
I
come up
appreciate it, Gene. Thank you.
Mets. And,
Yes.
it's a fun team to watch.
Braves win 6-0.
Joy to watch Atlanta
6-0.
Final score here in New York. For our entire wonderful crew, for Aaron Stoikov, for Mitch Riggin, for everybody back in LA, Ken Rosenthal downstairs. He's John Smoltz. I'm Jason Benetti. 6-0 your final. To the guys in LA for more post-game coverage right after this break.
All right, guys, there you have it. There you have it. Braves win the game 6-0 over the New York Mets. So the Braves move to 75-41 on the season. 75 wins. Huge. Huge. So, yeah, that's right. That's right, Kenneth. That is right. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you that's tuned in tonight. Thank you so much for everything. So with that being said, guys, we're going to go and get out of here for the evening. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening, late Saturday evening. Enjoy everything, guys. Myself, Mav from Maverick Sports, my guest commentator, good friend, GB from Clan HBS C Sports Network. We're going to get out of here, guys. We'll see y'all later. See you on the next stream, guys. Later, guys.
If your enemy's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. And he gets claws real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling the score. Never getting bored, loves the blood and gore. Always wanting more freedom from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force apart. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness. Torn apart quick, you left scars ripped. You'll be chewed up and discarded. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate. Adrenaline pressure. It's stormy weather, lightning